Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Tajigen, Ohio gozaimasu, is your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Khaiden, a sentient star system in VTuber, VSinger form. We are many cosmic minds combined to form a single entity on a higher plane of existence. I think it's time I put on the right props, Tajigen. Good to see you all. It's been a mess of a start of the week. We were supposed to start with date everything, but I'm sorry we couldn't have the stream. Now, don't mind the drop frames. I'm actually opening my props right now so that I can put on the triple crown. Well, it's not a triple crown, but it's something that represents the triple crown of Baldia after what we achieved last week. Oh, yes. Give me a second here. But hope your week has been going well, Tajigen. I'm sorry we went back to that usual scuff that was becoming way more commonplace than I would like it to be. But here we go. Like, I was wearing it in the thumbnail, right? So let's wear it here. Let me just adjust the positioning. Hold on. I'm going to do... give me a second. Launching it into my skull is not the best idea, I think. As fond as I am of this crown, or rather all the way into my hair like this, right? It's always tricky. Depending on how it is that I want it. There we go. I wanted it more like this. And I still wanted to use some badges. I wasn't sure what to do with the thumbnail, you know, regarding the badges. Because do I favor the gym badges over the Team Star badges, the Titan badges, and it was a nice mix, mash and mash of all of them. I made the first one be the ghost type. I would have made the second one be the psychic type one, but I didn't want one gym badge right after the other. I wanted to like alternate them. So yeah, but you know, with that in mind though, I'm gonna put, let me see. Yeah, like it takes a moment. Just didn't have time to do it before the stream. Was prepping other things and all that. Doing other tests too. You know, sometimes a routine, if we can call it that I had been doing that had helped me on stream. Don't mind me in this zoom in, by the way. It's just me switching to my main window. I don't usually have busy face on my main window. And that's where that resolution usually comes from. But like, it changes the zoom, it changes the resolution, but then it's back to normal. But it's easier for me to manage this thing with the badges. I just wish I could choose how they're gonna be pinned on top, you know? I need to look into VNyan again. Nothing against busy face, by the way. It's brilliant. I may not even be able to run VNyan even if I like can figure it out better. It's just a matter of having the time and a lot of trial and error. But yeah, let me see. Next we're gonna do one of the Team Star badges. Then I'm gonna do another Team Star badge. Let's do the Fairy badge, I think will be good. If I do it in the order of types that I like, the Fairy one would actually be the third one, not the Dark one. The Dark one maybe would be number 4 or 5. But whatever. We don't have to overthink that. I've become quite fond of the electric type myself. Yeah, you can probably blame somebody like Iono, being a streamer as well. I mean, and pretty much a VTuber, except she's not a VTuber in the sense that in her world, the anime graphics are commonplace. But you may argue what makes a VTuber a VTuber. You know, in many ways, if you have somebody who's like a live-action streamer, flesh tuber, face cam streamer, whatever you want to call them, and they never ever appear in person to anyone unless absolutely necessary, they're pretty much a VTuber, aren't they? They're virtual. It's a virtual tuber. Hell, the term tuber implies YouTube and many, and you know, maybe not streams, right? necessarily. I'm more of a V streamer than a VTuber, I guess. So I do want to make more videos. Hey, hello, Miss. Great to see you. Did I have the right chat window? Sometimes it takes a moment to... Yeah, there we go, there we go. Yeah, can't wait to start the project called Eureka on Sunday with you. Yeah. So, we unfortunately couldn't do the Date Everything stream. But we are still planning to go for F14. It's going to be a bit earlier. There will be a time limit to that stream, but nothing too tight. Like, you know, let me think. Based on that central time, 12, 1, 2... Yeah, at most it would be a 4-hour stream. That's the limit, the time limit. And I'd rather not go all the way to 4, because then I have a commitment like an hour after and like, ooh, gotta rush. Barely have time to breathe. We're just gonna start Eureka, or at least that's the plan. I don't know, I hear Eureka can be addictive, and it's that 14 we're talking about, but yeah. I've been meaning to log in more to the 14 also. Keep leveling, finally start leveling up that part. Yeah, I was gonna say keep leveling it up, but I'm an archer, I'm not a bard with that yet, right? I'm gonna keep it to these 5 badges. The psychic one is just gonna be funky and move around. Just, what's a funky psychic type? What's a funky psychic type that just is more weakly than other psychic types? That's the one that it represents. I don't know, Spoink, Grumpig. You ain't gonna finish Eureka in 1 or 2 streams anyway, so take your time. No, yeah. Like, I just want... It's like Ally Society quests, you know? I'm not gonna do every single reputation quest, and especially because they're daily. That's also what I'm meaning to do on stream. Sorry, off stream. And then when I get to a point in which there's gonna be a new cutscene, new story, because it transitions into the next tier of reputation for those, I do them on stream. That was also something I was hoping to do. Just a little bit of stuff with Ananta and Kojin. But yeah, let's talk about this while I launch Pokemon Violet, or rather the Switch. I don't think I've done... Have I played KOTOR 2 off stream since last week? I don't think I have, actually. Or no, wait, maybe I did? I was stuck trying to, like, make it past the Soup Raisin section. Yeah, I haven't touched it. This means I haven't, like, touched it in a week, I think. So I'm literally right where I left it off last week on Pokemon Violet. Yeah. It's right there. It's right there. It's already set up. Give me a second. Well, not set up for me, so that I have, like... I make it into a borderless full screen, pretty much. That's also a great advantage. That's always a great advantage of a capture card. If you're not a streamer, and you can splurge money, being an absolute maniac about it, it can be helpful to further, you know, make it be a PC gaming experience. Then it works out well that way, I would say. But yeah. It would just be the first part of Eureka. That's all there would be to it. As simple as that. And I don't know how long that's gonna take, but it shouldn't take too long, but I don't know. And then I start getting familiarized with it and everything, and just for a little while. I might be open to other things in general, roulettes or whatever. It depends on how long the whole thing takes, I don't know. But we must see it on stream. I have been told it has a lot to do with Kryl, a lot of her lore and all that. But anyway, with that in mind, let's get ready for Pokemon. Yeah, as this song ends. Once again, a shout out to Stream Beats by Senpai Gaming and Co. That's what you hear pretty much all the time when it's not in-game music or stuff like that. There we go, yeah. You don't see all the badges. The psychic badge is funky. Moving around, whatever. It works. It works, I think. But here we are. Oh, also, hold on a minute. It sounds fine right now, but then it's gonna get loud. Let me adjust the volume a little bit. Is it usually this low on volume? It's gonna get louder, isn't it? I'm gonna have to adjust that as well. How come it's not as loud as I remember it to be? Well, anyway. One has to think I did save the game already. It's pretty much right where I left it off. And, you know, not just, like, doing things like, oh, I've been playing Knights of the Old Republic 2, except I haven't lately, but... yeah, these have been busy days, and it's still gonna get busy. Like, you know, not just in terms of, like, we have streams and all that, but also other things off stream, unrelated. These coming days will be like that. But I'm happy to say one of those days involves F14, at least in the plans. Let's do our best with that. And we've been doing fine in the TSD streams, you know, good stuff yesterday in Crystal of Atlan. Tomorrow, we'll see what happens there. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, I wanted to maybe... I'm considering now, looking at everybody's levels. Just putting everybody at level 70. So once again, going hard with the experience candy. Well, not that hard, but I consume more than I intended to. That being said, I think I want. Now, seeing the amount I have, best if I save them for completion of the Pokédex. That's also something, that's what I was talking about, yeah. But yeah, Eureka Lore plays into Cryo Story in later expansions. Yeah, that's gonna be so important. And if it goes well enough, you know, by the time we're finishing 4.5, before starting 5.0, which is Shadowbringers, we have done all of Eureka, or at least, you know, the story parts of it. That's what I'm gonna be the mostly concerned with. But of course, I will probably aim for cosmetics and stuff like that, apart from that. But yeah, same with the Allied Societies. Since we're gonna pick up the Namasu stuff soon, this is why I wanted Gatherer and Crafter classes caught up to level 70. They're much easier to level up than or faster to level up than a combat job. A job, I should say. There is no crafting class that's, you know, called a job instead of a class in F14. But enough about F14. We'll keep talking about it on Sunday itself. And I mean throughout the stream too, but Pokemon Violet will give us plenty to talk about, especially given the momentous occasion that this is. Here we are on stream number 12. I also checked the other day, I think it was the 21st of February, when we first started this. How many months has it been now? And you know, we had an unintended little hiatus of a few weeks, but overall a bit more than a month. Ugh, way more than I would have liked it to be, but currently shiny hunting for a cutie flight. Nice. Hope you get it missed. May the RNG be with you. And let's see. March, April, May, June. It's been about 4.5 months. About 4 months, over 4 months. That doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, we still have DLC. And even before that, we're not gonna quite be done with Vanilla yet, are we? Because after this, some other things happen even before we start with the other DLC. Also, hopefully there's no misunderstanding. I'm saying that in the title, ending things in Area 0. This is the Great Crater of Paldea, right? Every time I was searching for pictures for the thumbnail, trying to avoid heavy spoilers, so I kind of know what's gonna happen. I already kind of know. There's the what was it called? The DLC called The Hidden Treasure of Area 0 is not what we're looking into today, I think. I don't think so. So hopefully that was not a misunderstanding. This is the way home. Ending things in Area 0 with the besties, Nemona, Arven, Penny. Been wanting one for an eternity now, but decided to breed it because it is so small in the overworld. Especially handheld mode. Right, that's what you're going for. That's what you're going for. Nope. Did I get it wrong? Also, there's something I need to look into. Literally just first noticed it right now. The top fans feature, and you are #1 right now, miss. I was like, I look at that in his super chats, and okay, well, let's take a look at this. I like this. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3, and I watch streams pretty much all the time. YouTube streams a lot. I don't think I've noticed this in other people's streams. The DLC starts with a new area and then goes into another area with the second part to it. Yeah, just one of those is like called the Hidden Treasure of Area 0. I'm mostly thinking of the Azure mask, the teal mask and the indigo disc. Where did I get the word Azure from? Anyway, a place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat and messages. Send super chats and super stickers. Just don't be a spammer about it, of course. But I like this from YouTube. I misunderstood that when I first just kind of skimmed through it. I didn't actually read that. Now I actually did, but well, it didn't say that. It was a shorter message, but like I thought it would mean only super chats and things like that. And I'm like, we don't have monetization like that open in the channel yet. Did they just open it to everyone out of nowhere? No way. And no. Teal mask and indigo disc, yeah. Where did I get Azure from? I'm thinking of World of Final Fantasy. Shoutouts to that, by the way. Hey, in a way, that was a Pokemon game too. And if we keep focusing on Pokemon games, among the things we focus on, but there's always a Pokemon game ongoing now. That's something I want to try doing, no matter what. And yeah, you know, if we had finished this earlier, we maybe would have gone for another main series game before going for Legends ZA. But yeah, as it's going, I think we won't be that far away from its launch. But no, yeah, It's like World of Final Fantasy was a precursor to what we did here. I've heard Shin Megami Tensei can be a lot like Pokemon. Except, you know, you have pretty much humanoids. And I'm not talking about Machamp. It's like, just, you know, you have a demon as your pet. Well, not a pet, but you know, you get my point. And I mean Shin Megami Tensei, not Persona. But Persona is great too. But anyway, these are all long RPGs. So many RPGs because I love this genre so much. But there's only so much I can do, right? And I still feel kind of... I feel like I'm cheating you, like I'm admitting some crime when I'm telling you I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic 2 off stream. Like, we played the first one on stream. Yes, I had played it before. Would have been nice to have KOTOR 2 as a brand new experience and all that, but like, I just like weighed the pros and cons and like, yeah. Eventually I hope to make some sort of content out of it, but that's another story. That's just another story. So, Area 0. Oh, we have some dialogue also with Rayford and the others and all that. I'm breeding the cutie fly in a lob ball, which is a very rare ball. Only way to guarantee one is getting 120 entries in the teal mass decks. All the other methods is RNG hell. 120 entries. Oh, yes, I'll have to look at those Pokedexes. Give me a second. Tajigen? One moment. But yeah. Yeah, like... yeah, I need to go and see what I can do to complete the Pokedex, but... I was mostly leaving that for like when I finish, at least vanilla, and we'll be at that point. But I also know... I think... Wait, do we have no dialogue with her? We don't, right? We don't. Yeah, it's the Treasures of Ruin thing, and well... This may figure into it, I'm actually not entirely sure. That's the funny thing, like I kind of know, I kind of don't know. To an extent, when we finished Knights of the Old Republic, right? The later part of the game, that was the part I never did get to play until finally, like recently. Man, seriously, it was a journey many years in the making for me personally. Finally finishing that bad boy. Feels so real starting KOTOR 2. So much of it is like so different, so brand new. The game is over 20 years old by now, I think, but like, yeah, I can see why it's praised, why the gameplay is praised so much. They polished and improved the hell out of the gameplay, which already, in my opinion, was great, but I'm like, oh yeah, this is better. This is better quality of life in a lot of ways. Now then, I'm just wandering around for no good reason. Ooh. Right, this is what Rayford was telling me about. We're not going there though. The way home. So from Medley, go meet Arvin at the Zero Gate so you can travel into the great crater of Paldea together. So from Medley City, huh? That's kind of a surprise. Maybe that's why this city is the place where you can change your tear type. Does that connection? The restaurant has that connection? I don't know. But anyway. Anything else we want to do before we head there? I don't think so, right? No changes to the team. No experience candies we're gonna go for. Nothing like that. So, yeah, I should set it as a destination, otherwise I'm really not gonna know. And so the gang has gotten together at last. I just love it when it's like that. I do like to imagine there's like an ultimate version of every Pokemon story, in which both protagonists are their own characters too. Sometimes you kind of see that in stuff like Pokemon Adventures, but they also take liberties too. I think it's most for the sake of making the story interesting, but for example, for Scarlet and Violet, they made like Juliana, or Juliana if you prefer. I feel like it's meant to be Juliana because this is based in Spain, right? For Florian and Juliana, they made them very different than what the default version of them was meant to be, so to speak. In the version I imagine the headcanon, you could even say maybe, that I have is a bit different. But Pokemon Adventures does a lot of great things right there. Now then, The Way Home, huh? Sounds like a Spider-Man movie. Hey, over here! Wow, first time I ever see this place. Nemana, Penny, where are you? Besties. I do appreciate them all. Still, Penny's one of the coolest. the coolest out of them. I do have a favorite friend, yes. You're my favorite friend out of all my friends. Not like, yeah, you're a bestie, but I prefer the term favorite friend. It's an alliteration, so it works even better. Okay, this is the zero. Well, this is the zero gate. It was made so researchers could try to observe the inside of the great crater of Paldea, what folks call Area Zero. It's our ticket down into the crater. Oh, and speaking of the crater, you know that Pokemon of yours, the one I gave you? Area Zero is apparently where Miraidon was born, or something like that. Maybe they'll be happy that it can finally come back home? Not that I really care or anything. Anyway, our 2 new teammates should be waiting for us inside the Zero Gate. Guess we should head in. I want to see what Nemon and Penny... they're... Here we are. I want to see what they're saying to each other. They're very... They're like polar opposites. Like, Penny is going to be annoyed by Nemon now, man. I don't know. I actually don't quite know how the banter between everybody's going to work here. I love the group of friends that they put together for you, though. It's always nice when you have that. Like, especially on a game in which you customize the player character and you can make them be you, pretty much. Whoa, kind of dark in here. You don't get that as much in Pokemon until recently, arguably. There you are, Nemona. Hola, Khaiden. Arven said there'd be tons of strong Pokemon, so here I am. What, that's the only thing that got you here? When she heard she'd get to battle awesome Pokemon, she was here in a second. You're an annoying little pest at the academy, but I guess you could come in handy for this. Spoken like a guy who wants to get beaten in a battle. But more importantly, why is it so dark? And where are the awesome Pokemon? I'm gonna take so many screenshots, because I just gotta. Yeah, it is weird that the lights are off. The last time I was here, the electricity was up and running, but now... I'm guessing it's Penny's doing. But this is Cassiopeia's theme. This is her theme, yeah. Well, now the lights are on. But why? I turned them on. There you are. Seems like they were on power saving mode. I'm sorry, but she just has aura. There's aura about her. She's shy. You can see the... Well, not shy, but... She's very reserved. But she has aura while being reserved. The hair is a big part, yes, but... I mean, it's the music. The music also does it, but... It's freaking Penny, dude. It's like, you see how the scene felt different. It's partly because of what she did with the lights, but... You know, there's aura when, the atmosphere changes once that character comes in. Sometimes it may not be for the better, but there's such a thing as villains too and all that. I probably could elaborate on that, but let's look at that. I hack into the system controls and overrode the settings. Oh, it's you! The kid with the fluffy Eevee bag! I guess? My name's Penny. Well, hey, we never got to actually talk. I'm Nemona. I'm in Class 1A. Yeah, already Penny is recoiling back. Oh, no. You must be some kind of tech whiz. Do you like Pokemon battling, too? You talk, like, way too much. She wasn't talking that much, but I think she was very loud. And, very forward. The director introduced us. When you need someone good with tech, she's a no-brainer. Anyway, Penny here also agreed in a second when she heard it was to help Khaiden. Yeah. Not the right screenshot I wanted to take. I'm not really the adventuring type. But I owe you, Khaiden. And I pay my debts. She's surprisingly old-fashioned like that. And of course everyone knows me, Arven. My loves include my Mabostive and cooking and... Biometric identification in progress. Hello, Khaiden. I have been expecting you. And it seems you have gathered a group of formidable allies as well. Sorry, who are you? That's my dad. Probably. What? That's Professor Turo? Nemona, student ID number 805C001. And Penny, student ID number 803B121. I thank you for coming. Of course, Professor. Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to meet you in person. I mean, maybe not in person exactly. Arvin, did you tell your dad about us? When would I have done that? To begin with, I'd like to ask you all to make your way down into the great crater of Pavia. You can reach the lower chamber using the elevator you can see to your right. Dad? Please proceed below. For Arvin. Are they not on good terms? Must not be. And so the Avengers have come together. And much like those movie Avengers, didn't mean to say it like that, but the movie version of the Avengers from the MCU, right? It's like, we're only now getting together. Only now. But we'll get along, I think. I wonder if the professor's any good at Pokemon battling. Guess we'd better proceed below as requested. Turo used to be really famous. Everyone knew who he was. But he hasn't been in the media in like ages. We should save the game just in case. And I just realized I was wrong, right? No, it's not Cassiopeia's theme, it's Professor Turo's theme, right? Or... I have to think Professor Sada's theme in Scarlet is different, maybe? Less futuristic, right? But I can see it being the same. She's still a professor. But I don't know. I wonder about that. Anyway. Let's go on here. In a way, this reminds me of those final areas in the Star Forge in Knights of the Old Republic. Funny enough. Biometric identification in progress. Identities confirmed. Access granted to lower level. Ooh, it opened for us automatically. Not quite. Looks to me like someone's controlling this thing remotely. I don't remember if it's different or not. Because there would be more of a past rather than a futuristic approach to what's happening in Scarlet, but I think this whole area would look the same. Just maybe the difference is the music for Sada. Who knows? Who knows? Once you step through, you will be above Area 0. That's also something else I already know. Sadly, I won't have like a crazy reaction to a plot twist or something. If you know what the plot twist is, then you know why I'm not speculating about something that I would... Maybe you do, but... there will be something I'm speculating on that I'm not speculating on already. Because already I know what it's gonna be. But it's really... There's a lot I still don't know, so we'll see. But also because of that, that's also influencing my thinking that... some things are not so different with Sada, but anyway. Khaiden, you have brought Miraidon with you? Yes? I thank you for bringing it with you on your many adventures. If you utilize Miraidon's gliding capabilities, you should be able to descend into the depths to reach Area 0. Oh. What? Isn't there like an elevator or something? No, wait. Did you say Miraidon can fly? When you reach the bottom, I will get in touch once again. I hope your trip is uneventful. Railroading people into stuff, just like always. Can't wait to see what Pokemon live down in Area 0. Let's go! Oh, yes, I want to see her reaction. Penny, though. That girl, is she, like, incapable of fear or what? Something like that. Something like that. Just tell her... You can strike fear into her heart. Just tell her that she can't battle for, like... I don't know. If she's not careful, she'll break her leg, and somehow breaking her leg will make her not able to have a Pokemon battle. I mean, there's an argument to be made there, because you're not the one battling, it's your Pokemon, but you kind of share their... There's a sort of battle bond thing going on, right? But anyway, I guess we'd better go too. No, like, to be a Pokemon champion, right? You have to be amazing. Like, you have to be willing to do these sorts of things. Like, you have to be willing to be running around. That's why there is a trend sometimes when you see player characters and their default look or their default looks, if there's several, you see a, what's the word? Bias? Bias is not the word. That sounds negative, but there's a leniency, leaning towards, well, they tend to lean towards sports-like clothing. And it's the kind of sports-like clothing I like, actually. Maybe Pokemon has made me like it, but there's sports clothing that is like, ugh. That feels, well, feeling is another thing, rather than looks, but like, I don't like that kind of sports clothing, man. I don't want to do sports if I'm going to look like that. If I have to dress like that. But then something like this, well, I'm wearing my uniform, right? But those leggings, they're leggings pretty much. Those fingerless gloves, yeah, I love it. What Nemona is wearing for that matter. Oh yeah, let's run around the region like this. You're not going to be overweight as a Pokemon protagonist. And certainly not as a champion. Well, until the day we finally fight a champion who's like that in some way, I don't know. Or, you know, overweight in an unhealthy way. No, overweight is meant to be negative. Heavyweight and overweight, those are different things. Heavyweight would be the one that's not necessarily healthy. I know, I watch pro wrestling. Anyway, moving on. Khaiden, ready for the worst? So. Good, that's all we needed to hear. Get out that Pokemon of yours and we'll be off. Sometimes I'm like, what could be a good voice for Arven, for everybody for that matter? I think at some point I might watch anime clips where they speak. Because they appear, Penny, Nemon, and Arven, right? Different story and all that, but yeah. Miraidon! What's the matter with it? Scared of heights. Is that what it is? That's what I'd say. Well, no wonder. This cutscene is so nice. But no need to be scared if we go together. How does that logic work? Miraidon! Get on! Ah! This is the best thing ever! I live for this sort of thing, man. Best friends forever. Everybody here. I would include Team Star, though. All 5 of the leaders. Let's go. Oh, Arven! Whoa! Whoa! He's strong. What the hell? I know we're mid-air, but that was strong. He could be a great pro wrestler. We're talking about pro wrestling. He can suplex people like that. I mean, yeah, I could see him having that strength. Nice. Oh, this might get laggy, though. This might get laggy. Yeah, especially with water like that, a waterfall. They still say Caseroya Lake is the worst area, right? So, I don't know. Maybe I haven't heard enough of Area Zero itself. Ooh, shimmering though. And now I'm back here again. I think I might have died once or twice there. I haven't got those muscles, yeah. Did he have a fighting Pokemon in his party? If not, he should have it. What's wrong? I did me right on. Oh, back into the Pokeball? Alright. It chose to go back into its ball. It's probably just hungry or something. Wait a second. Where's the student council girl? Catching Pokemon or something? Battling them? No, more like battling them. What? What? She's gone. You don't think she... Everyone! You have to see this! Area Zero is amazing! My god, freaking damn it. I love this group of people. Come on already! I guess your ability would be own tempo, huh? Oh, I like that. I like that. Biometric identification in progress. 4 humans identified. Conditions satisfactory. Vital signs all within normal range. It appears you were able to make the descent without being harmed. Yeah, sure. Smooth sailing. Who could possibly complain about a landing like that? That is good. Poor Arven. I had concerns he might fail, given the crudeness of the only available access method. I think your dad's sarcasm detector needs fixing. Last 5 executed fly, and then I gotta breed more of them. Good luck, good luck. That's how it gets, though, with shiny hunting. Aw, you were worried about us? That's so sweet. I love Penny for that. I mean, Nemona. You should now make your way to me at the Zero Lab, in the deepest part of Area Zero. However, the entrance to the lab is barred by 4 locks, Install on the exterior, which I cannot unlock. 4 locks. Good thing there's 4 of us. On your way to me, you must visit 4 research stations that were constructed inside the crater. At each station, you will be able to disable one of the locks. Do so as you make your way down. I hope you succeed. Yes, let's disable the 4 locks and get into that lab. Sounds kind of video gamey when you say it out loud, huh? At least it isn't Sword Shield, or God forbid BDSP shiny hunting. Oh no. Oh no, I don't like the sound of that from BDSP because I wanted a... Oh no, wait, that's Sinnoh. I'm thinking of Kalos maybe. Well, no, yeah, I want to eventually get a shiny Pumpkaboo and or Gorgeist. Breeding in BDSP is so bad. I can't think of, no, yeah, I can't think of anything else otherwise that I would need. See, Legend CA, I wonder, because it's based on Kalos, or at least, you know, part of it, the one city in it, but you know, big emphasis on Gen 6 Pokemon. I think there will be, among other things, you know, like the starters, none of them are Gen 6, nor should they be for this, I think. And yeah, perhaps that's where I'll hunt for a shiny Pumpkaboo. The thing is, I don't know if I want to go crazy with it, depending on how it is, right? Because I could have, like, Gorgeists of every size in their shiny form, Pumpkaboos of every size in their shiny form. At the very least, I want a shiny Pumpkaboo and a shiny Gorgeist. Why do I want that so much, you ask? Because they become purple. And a Pumpkin Ghost Pokemon is great. I still prefer Sinistee, Poltegeist, of course, they're great. And yeah, but you know, I still have a fondness for, like, pumpkin stuff and all that. Like, even a single set of 5x takes 5 minutes of cycling the exact same path. It's grindy, yeah, it's grindy. I would just be listening to streams to audiobooks, doing that probably. Come on, time to find our way to the deepest part of Area Zero. By the time I even start shiny hunting in Legend CA, there will probably be guides for it. People will figure out the method. I'll probably do it only after finishing the game and all that, right? Girafarig, I don't see any Paradox Pokemon yet. We'll get to that though. Yeah, Corviknight, Girafarig. What's up, Penny? What's up, bestie? What's up, bestie? What's up, bestie? Besties everywhere. Well, what is this glimmer I see here? Oh, it's just a regular glimmer. I thought it was an item. We're not gonna, like, fully be able to explore just yet, right? I imagine. At least in Pokemon SB, it is way faster and you can semi-AFK the breeding part of it. Ah, I didn't know that. I know picnics are involved. I haven't really looked that much into them. Let's get going. Let's get going. Look at this group of friends. I think the quote-unquote ultimate version would see us with Juliana, Florian, Arvin, Nemona, Penny. So it's a group of 5 instead. I think that would do it. Yeah. Ooh, this music. I think we can increase the volume a little bit. Sometimes it's like louder than other times, even before I lower the volume or anything. But anyway, you don't need to go to that one specific route to do the hatching optimally. Oh, wow, yeah, I had no idea anything like that was involved in the previous ones. We should avoid Pokemon. I don't want to get into Pokemon battles right now. Look at that crystallization, man. Shades of Final Fantasy in there too. But it fits it. Who's that Pokemon? I forget it, but you know. So this is the inside of the great crater of Paldea, Area 0. Arven is dead! Arven just died, but okay. Normally with... Huh? Wait, where'd Miraidon go? It seems like it gets spooked by something. It's hiding in its ball. And Serio? That's not good. Can we even get back up to the surface without it? Ah, I should be alright. The last time I was here, I caught a flying taxi out of the crater. They always come through if you're a real sub-story. Why didn't you just call the professor if he's down here? Don't get along or something? None of your business, Pipsqueak. Jeez, no need to bite my head off. What are you getting all huffy for anyway? Okay, come on, you two. This is an adventure. Let's just have a good time. Not sure if you noticed, Arven fell off screen. I figured he was just gonna respawn, but that was funny. Already somebody's dead. I had to read the dialogue though, as much as I could. I usually hatch in Los Platos by running in the streets there. The worst part of breeding shinies by far though is the fact we don't have a mass release feature yet. We had it in Let's Go. Mass release. Release Pokemon you caught, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna like that. I know. I may be overthinking it, but it's like, oh, I'm releasing Pokemon, oh no. Or rather, no, wait, sending them for candy, rather. Yeah, they're not being turned into candy, totally not. It's just something else, right? But yeah, no problem missed with the BRB. Leave Storm. Let's avoid the Venomoths. Venomoth is an underrated Pokemon. I should have it in a Kanto run or something. I think we have kind of touched on this before, but I was thinking about this lately for the up-teens time. What would be like my ultimate party without any... Ooh, wait, having Pokemon smell this can make its attack stat grow stronger? Okay. Like for each region, sticking to Pokemon that were introduced in the generation that introduced that region or so, right? But one that doesn't have limitations for like, I can only have one of each type or something like that, right? And what would they look like all in their fully evolved forms, right? I ended up realizing it's good like shower talk for me. When like I need the human vessel to shower or something like that. I don't know, I've heard this is not entirely exclusive to an ADHD brain and all that, but the thing, shower thoughts and all that to pass the bloody time. I eventually want to get myself a Bluetooth shower speaker, and I'll continue listening to like audios and stuff, but yeah, like I think for Kanto it was, let me see off the top of my head if I remember, Starmie, Gengar, Exeggutor, Raichu, Magneton, and or I could even go for Magnezone, but based on the fact that Magnemite and Magneton were introduced Gen 1, and the 6 Pokemon, those were 5, right? The 6 Pokemon is Machamp. Yeah. And then there's maybe a few that rotate here and there, but that would be the main 6, quote unquote. We can't go in there without Miraidon, right? We won't be able to quite explore Area 0 yet for that reason too. One has to think we'll be able to keep coming back over and over. We haven't encountered Paradox Pokemon yet. So let's focus on the task at hand that the professor requested. There's also that thing I was thinking about. It would be interesting, now with Experience Share it's more like that. I kind of wanted to try doing this for Scarlet and Violet, but I don't know. But you know how in RPGs, like, you can only choose a certain amount of party members, but at the same time, you have to choose, that's the point, because you have many choices. Like, let's take Knights of the Old Republic as an example. You can only choose 2, really, because you the player character, are always there. And you have 9 people to choose from, 9 companions to choose from, you only get 2 of them, for a total party of 3. You look at something like Final Fantasy VII, I think Cloud has to be there all the time too, so it's similar. I don't know how many they are, but it did go beyond half a dozen. It was something like Knights of the Old Republic as well. Something like 8, 9, I'm not sure. But you get Tifa and Barret, okay, but you can't have Vincent, Yuffie, Aerith, like, you can't do those anymore. And stuff like that, right? What if we kind of treat a Pokemon party in the same way? You have 6, but there's also others on standby if you want to have them too. The only problem is how grindy it gets, but with Experience Candies it's a lot easier, but it ended up not quite working out, I think. Not quite. Anyway, because we can't ride Miraidon, we have to figure out some way. Whoa. Yeah, how are we gonna get down without Miraidon? Nemona, Penny, you can lead the way. Arven? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought they noticed something. No, that's a wild Pokemon doing that sound. I thought it was them. How do we get down? Arven, you have any rock climbing equipment, or one of your Pokemon can also help us? I don't see why their Pokemon, or my other Pokemon for that matter, couldn't do it. Maybe I actually need HMs now. No HMs here, though. How do we get down there? I already saw one of those research stations. I hear a Raichu. Welcome back, Mist. But then if you do that, how many Pokemon are too many to have on quote-unquote standby, right? But it could be a fun concept. Rotating them here and there, I like to believe. Maybe like... Oh, can I just... Okay. Okay, this works. We have the Rotom phones to save us. And I say we because it's gotta be the same for Penny, Nemona. Look at them, they're just wading through the water, no problem. But I'm struggling. Yeah, water is my bane, apparently. Hey, I'm a ghost and/or psychic type. I'm not fire or ground. What is this? And hell, Starmie is one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm used to the water. I almost want to do that Norman Osborn meme. You know, I'm something of a water type user myself. Sometimes, yeah, like, it's not just my Quackable Kishi. I tend to choose water starters the most, but it's just a coincidence that just, for whatever reason, I tend to like the water starter the most at first glance. So, Penny, how'd you wind up friends with Khaiden anyway? Well, I guess he just really came through for me when I needed him. Everything was going off the rails, school was a mess, and my friendships, well, ditto. Khaiden was a big help getting all that sorted out. Gosh, so he helped you out too while he was tackling all the gyms? That's awesome. What about you then, Nemana? Khaiden and I are classmates, neighbors back home too. Plus, I said he should aim to be a champion, and he did it, so now I've got a champion, but... Wait, what? That's wild. Hold it right there, you two. You think you've got cool friendship origin stories with Khaiden? They're nothing compared to what me and him went through. Our friendship's on another level. Nobody asked you. Stop trying to flex on us. I guess we're all in the butts with Khaiden Club. Wow, huge protagonist energy. Sasuga kono ore-sama. I get it, I get it. I get it. I'm extraordinary. I know, I know. They really need to add a mass release in the next game and future games without breathing. It takes like 5-10 minutes releasing all the non-shiny ones, and it is so boring. Like, yeah, I think like what you do is bulk select them. No, maybe I'm thinking of something different. You have to keep choosing each of them one by one, and then you press a button, and then it releases all of them. But I think you mean something different? I don't know. Oh, Lucha looking nice. But I'll leave the catching of them for maybe another time. Now it's not the time for that. Raichus. A good way to do it without bothering, you know, giving a Thunderstone to Pikachu. Get to save on money, but that Thunderstone is not really that much money in the grand scheme of things. Do I even have any Thunderstones? I don't know, but moving on. The first research station. I may have missed some others on the way here somewhere, but let's see. Oh, I bet that's what we're looking for. That must be one of the buildings the professor was talking about. Oh yeah, what were they called? Radish rations? Research stations. Well, I was close. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not. It kind of looked like he did that on purpose. The last 2 eggs, good luck missed. Wow, you have such a great memory, Penny. Oh my god. What's great is my common sense compared to you lot, apparently. Wow, that includes me? Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I kind of hate that she's the only one without a uniform. Give me more options. Oh, god, what the heck is that? Oh, is that a Paradox Pokemon? That's a Pokemon La Primera uses. I didn't know that species could be found in the Great Crater. Yeah, I was gonna say, no, that's not a Paradox, but... Come on, Khaiden, let's take it on together. Alright then. What was the name? Glimora? Oh, the music, oh my god. You know, I think we can further turn it up. Very well. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. We're not that over-leveled. And there will be some battles that I can see level 70 coming into it. Makes me wonder what's gonna happen with levels in the DLCs, but anyway. Oh my god, this music. Oh my god. If you told me it's from an RPG, I would believe you. If you told me it's from Pokemon, I wouldn't be sure I believe you. But now, I know it is. Okay. Nemona took care of it. I didn't do anything. Thanks to that drill run. Are there gonna be a lot more of these rare Oh, Nemona, sorry. Are there gonna be a lot more of these rare Pokemon down here, you think? You think that was something? Please. You got no idea how terrifying Area Zero really is. Wow, patronizing much? I knew she would call him out. Easy, you two. Let's just head inside the research station. Like, we're not getting along, but you can tell. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think any of them, even if I weren't here to be the common link between them, I don't think any of them are actually being like maliciously hostile toward each other. Like, it's not the banter of best friends either, but it can easily get there. And it's not that far away from that. It's certainly nearer that than it is to like genuine hatred between them, or even if how incompatible they could be at times, especially Penny and Nemana, but yeah, they all have their differences. Ah, no shiny, good luck next time, missed. That is shiny hunting though. Or so I hear. Wow, are these ancient ruins? They look far too recent for that. It appears you have reached your first research station without incident. This facility was constructed 87 years ago as a way station for those surveying Area 0. 87. So that's why there's a bed. Feels very Minecraft-like, leaving a bed there like that. Looks like we can use this place to rest up if we need to. Khaiden, if you would be so kind as to disable the first log on the lab using that central panel. Alright, thanks for letting me know we can rest there, Nemana. Well, might as well do it already, right? I don't see why not. Press it. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. Ah, this music! No reason to rest there yet, right? But hopefully I can remember where I can find this thing again. How does the map even look? Oh, nothing. No surprise there, but we're here somewhere, right? That's why I'm saying there's nothing. It's not showing it. Very well. Oh, wait, what was that teleporter-looking thing? Hold on. Let's go back inside. What was that? Let me have some water. Please. Sweet. Where would you like to go? Okay. We can probably teleport between research stations and the Zero Gate. I think that's what it is. Good. That's actually helpful. Whoa, I thought it was a cutscene for a moment. Nemana assumed something like that. I almost never saw my dad in my whole life. Oh, is it time for the backstory reveal? Penny-ish. Oh my god, Penny. He was always busy with work. Hardly ever came home. I cooked for myself, cleaned for myself. My boss was the only one I had to talk to. So yeah, I don't really know him at all, even if he is my dad. I try not to think too much about it. Try to just be proud that he was this famous genius. But the truth is, I would have rather just had a dad who was there, even if he wasn't anything great. I haven't seen him for ages now, unless you count seeing him in the news or whatever. Used to at least get emails sometimes, but even those stopped a couple years ago. And then there he appears out of the blue and tells me we gotta come to Area 0. Some family, right? Oh, but we're not here to judge or anything. And I'm sorry about earlier. I shouldn't have snapped at you like that. No, I was also giving you a hard time. Sorry, Penny. My name's Penny. You know, you're actually pretty nice for a little pipsqueak. Don't call me pipsqueak, you big lunk. That's the spirit, you too? I have to read it so fast. It's one of those dialogues that's fast. I don't get why they do that. I get that we may be in the middle of running or whatever while that happens, but... And like... You may... Usually, in this situation, it's because I'm reading it out loud for the stream. It is gonna be too fast for it, but I think even if I weren't reading it out loud, it's so fast. Like... I will stop what I'm doing to take a look at it because it's... Wait, that's a bit too fast. Slow down. What's up with that? But anyway. This is gonna take a while. That other research station is far away. But it's the nearest, right? I kind of lost track of where we are. I missed most of the chit-chat dialogue here as well. I don't want to miss any of it. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully no Pokemon initiates a battle while we're doing the dialogue. Though an Espion would be nice, but I'll bother some other time with it. You think we can maybe find a Spiritomb? I can't remember if they said there's a Spiritomb here somewhere. There was supposed to be one like at a Castorial Lake or near it. We never did get it. We'll try it some other time. You played through both Scarlet Violet. They made it too fast, but I think it's their first time doing dialogue in that way. Hopefully it gets refined in future installments. This music. Damn, so good. So good. It's one of those that goes beyond the usual Pokemon tropes, if we can call them that. I just don't know how to explain it. But it's still damn good. Like, at some point it needed to happen in Pokemon. And it ties back to thinking about Pokemon's origins as just another RPG. And I mean that in a good way, not in a bad way. Just best way I can phrase that. But yeah. I want to keep saving the game here and there, just in case. Hey, maybe if I want to make sure I don't miss the dialogue, I reload or something. I don't think I will do it just for that, but anyway. It's always good to save just in case. How many saves have I done by now? It's actually not been as many as I usually do, when I can save anytime in a game. And yeah, I won't have autosave enabled. I have to think that we'll probably do the same with Legends EA. And hopefully my budget is like okay for that sort of thing. It will be a big purchase, you know how these games are gonna be. 70 USD at least. Hopefully it's not 80 USD. Oh jeez. No! And that's without considering DLC that will inevitably come out for it. You know, I really want to get Sonic Racing Cross Worlds when it comes out. They keep teasing more and more. They dropped an anime teaser today. I mean, anime style. Oh. No way! You put me all the way back up here? Is it the same place as before? Dude, no! What's wrong with you, Game Freak? Okay, we're gonna reload. Now we're gonna reload. I'm so glad I have been saving the bloody game. You sons of... I've been saying I want to tone down on the insults. Like, eventually, let's monetize, damn it. Unless damn it already gets me out of it. Like, at least just to not get too used to it either. What the frick are you doing, Game Freak? What? That was not an intended pun. What the hell, man? I get it. Okay, don't separate me from the NPCs that much. We have to prevent that, but why all the way back there? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I told you, just in case. Case happened. Here's a case. Wow. And also why autosave is good. And I believe it was you, Mist, right? Who told me, for shinies, you may miss shinies. But it's not just for that. It's useful in many ways, too. Have I missed any shinies? I don't think I have. I nearly missed that Jumpluff, or was it a Skiploom? One of these? Well, it's there somewhere. I actually don't have it in my boxes anymore. I already put it in the Pokemon Home storage. Better safe than sorry? Like, I don't know. Might as well put it back there already, right? Okay, let's not slow down. No, sorry, let's not be too fast. Let's slow down for the sake of my besties. Why does it have to yeet me all the way back up there? Or maybe I'm not supposed to go down there as much. Oh, we might have to battle that Girafarig. But I'm gonna keep saving. I may bump into a Pokemon from this camera angle, but I want to make sure everybody's still around me. And you know, I just love how they also made it so that you battle all your besties at some point, even if they're not battle maniacs like Nemona. You did battle Director Clavel. I'm not as obsessed with... I guess I was a sort of Nemona before, but I'm not so obsessed about it as I was before, but like... I would be the type to look at a Pokemon game, and I look at like the Pokemon professors, and I'm like, we should have a battle against the Pokemon professors, yeah. Like, yeah, that mythical battle against Professor Oak should happen. So, okay, I think it never allows me to go down there either way. I'm gonna let it restart it here, but... Oh, this is a labyrinth. It's just very difficult without Miraidon. Okay, maybe... Okay, I think I maybe found a way to that research station. Fine. No need to reload. Let's keep going down here. This way. Although there was an item there and it didn't let me grab it. But I think it's only when I can ride Miraidon again. Miraidon. I'm just gonna try saying it in Japanese. Japanese pronunciation, that is. Nah, I gotta slow it down. I'm speaking so fast again that I'm stumbling upon words more than usual. But yeah, I think it's not that I'm actually getting separated from them, but... Petaya Berry. Nice, nice. Can I release a Pokemon of mine? Oh, never mind. Last time I came to the Great Area, I was trying to go see my dad. I got about this far, then I got attacked by some kind of creature I'd never seen before. Really? What kind of Pokemon was it? It wasn't even like a Pokemon, more like this crazy weird metallic machine thing. You sure it wasn't just a Pokemon that's a little more, I don't know, Robo-T than average? Or Steel types? Yeah, I'm sure it was like a completely different creature altogether. And it hurt my boss real bad, so it's not like I just forget. I don't ever want to run into that awful thing again. It was that strong, huh? Then I really hope I get to see it. That's what I figured you'd say. You're real tactless sometimes, Nemona, you know that? Oh, now you got called out, Nemona. Like, yeah, she's very right about that. Penny was very right about that. You forced me into a battle without my consent. I still haven't forgotten that. I've forgiven you, but I haven't forgotten. Okay? And then got... I don't know if it was Gita or if it was you who got kind of condescending at me. When I said I'm not looking forward to this battle. They was like, oh, no need to be nervous. I'm not nervous. I just don't want to have it. Just don't want to have the battle, you bastard. What's wrong with you? Just let me go. Just let me challenge the gym normally. I guess I appreciate that the champion has taken an interest in me, but enough of this. I didn't want this. And so you don't get to see my Pokemon terrestrialize. You don't deserve that. Or at least that was my thinking then. Something like that. But anyway. Moving on still. No, the one that I was unfair to... Ooh, shiny stone. The one that I was unfair to was Rika. I still feel bad about that. But I did say I might be wrong eventually. The second research station. About time too. Nemona's beyond salvation. She's beyond being a battle fanatic. Good for her if she's living her best life anyway. But then it works for her because then this friend group of ours... What's the word? We complete each other, I guess. Not in a romantic way, just, you know, in an amazing friend group way. But yeah. What was I gonna... I was looking at something. No, never mind. Phew, let's head in and take a breather. I thought you have a bit more stamina, student council girl. Hehe. Whew, I'm just full of surprises. That wasn't a compliment, you know. What is this? Ah! Paradox. Hey, look! A Delibird. It's good to see some nice, familiar Pokemon down here, too. Is it, though? Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh, nice to see the side of Penny. But then, with the Eevee backpack, it makes sense. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the? Ah! Khaiden, it's battle time. Okay. At some point, I was gonna battle alongside Penny. And alongside Arven at some point. That's not Delibird, though. That's not Delibird. No, really. Nemona should get the ability stamina then. That way she can have all the stamina she needs. Ah, there you go. Iron Bundle, huh? What type was it? Actually, I think it's an ice-water type, so this will be neutral, but it's okay, I think. Freeze Dry, though. Penny's with Umbreon. Bitter Blade. I just keep thinking of every single future Paradox Pokemon as a Steel type. Because they all have Iron in the name, and they didn't do anything like that for the past ones. Eventually, I do want to play Scarlet, you know? But that will be eventually. I am the type of maniac that wants to play every Pokemon game, and I mean everyone. Not all of them would be on stream, I guess, but yeah. That demon on your screen was so OP, I'm pretty sure it has been banned multiple times in competitive. Ceruledge? Really? It might be on Uber's then. I would think it would be on Uber's tier, right? If it's something like that. There's a few Pokemon that even on Uber's. Not Ceruledge? What were you talking about? Iron Bundle. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. There's a few that are still banned despite that. I can't remember which ones they were. Mostly basing it on Pokemon Showdown, tiers and all that. That's my basis. But anyway, let's continue. Survive, my dear Umbreon. Just like my dear Penny, you know? As in, my dear friend. That's what I mean. Seriously, what was that? Darn thing scared me half to death. It was definitely kinda mechanical looking for a Delibird, wasn't it? No kidding. Come on, let's get inside already. One more jump scare like that and I'm done for. Yeah, and of course I can't help but wonder how the dialogue is for the Scarlet version, but I can get an idea anyway. Another bed here? Okay. Might be good to rest, but mostly for PowerPoint, you know, for move PowerPoints. I say PowerPoint and I just think of Microsoft PowerPoint, but it's just so I don't say PP and I say a funny word, right? But most of the areas here Pokemon are completely overpowered. Yeah, they tend to be high tier. In many ways, they're legendary Pokemon. Ultra Beasts are overpowered, and there's many of them. It's just, you know, they're legendary Pokemon, but also they're not called legendary Pokemon, but they're not mythical. They're legendary Pokemon in many ways. There's just a lot of them. Ultra Beasts, Paradox Pokemon, but anyway. Well, this looks pretty much the same as the first research station. Seems like wild Pokemon don't come in here. We should be safe to catch our breath. What is it, Penny? Hey, seriously, what's with this place? That Pokemon. I've been wondering about that myself. I think maybe that Pokemon was one of these? The Violet Book. Huh? What's that book? Mysterious Pokemon. We wonder if these compact cruel beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. Not gonna read the whole thing right now anyway, but... Monsters of Area Zero? So they aren't actually Pokemon? They can be caught in a Pokeball, so in a way they are. It's much like Ultra Beasts. They're not Pokemon technically, I think, but they can be caught. Makes you wonder, what makes them be catchable? What's stopping a human crossing over from another dimension and, you know, you throw a Pokeball at them and they actually go in? What's stopping that from happening? And a human coming in from another dimension has happened in Pokemon. Yeah, one of those games that had Ultra Beasts in it, or actually all of them maybe, involved that, which is fascinating. I love that they did something like that, of course. But anyway, I don't really know. It's something to do with Arceus and what he decides as the god of the world and, well, the worlds, I should say. What do you think, Khaiden? I mean, yeah, we can say they're irregular Pokemon. I don't think they're regular Pokemon. Maybe. They definitely do look different, at least. And I've never seen any of them in a Pokédex either. Oricorio has been banned 23 times during SV's lifespan, apparently. Well, to be fair, those 23 times may not always be the same Oricorio. Or was it all Oricorio forms that were banned each of those times? Man, overpowered Oricorio. Yeah, I've seen it be quite powerful in some showdown matches. And by seen, I mean, you know, I've used it in like random battles and such. I say that and it's been a while since I've done anything Pokemon Showdown related. One of these days I wanted to have a stream. It just needs to be set up in a specific way, if I can. Anyway, I suppose the time has come for an explanation. I would use a filter, but... You know, when I read Turo's voice, but I don't really have a good one, and until I get something like, you know, a Scarlet or a GoXLR or one of those audio stations, it's not something that I can just flip with a switch. Takes a moment. I can send you a Reddit timeline thread. Oh no. Yeah, you can do it. Sounds interesting. This would be interesting to see, but anyway. Professor! I'm gonna try to go through the dialogue before we continue yapping. Some of the life forms that you see residing now within Area Zero are future Pokemon that lived in a distant day you have yet to see. Future Pokemon? What? That's awesome! Oh, come on. There's no way that's possible. The Zero Lab where I am located contains a time machine. It summons the future Pokemon to this place. Woo! So the thing my dad spent forever researching down here, he actually got it working. Indeed, though the cost was catastrophic. The cost? I think I know what he's talking about. But a time machine? You mean you can actually travel to and from the future? It is theoretically possible to travel to the future. However, for a being such as a human, it would not be possible to return to the present. Oh, well, that's horrifying. Dad, you... There is something I didn't know about something I know. that now I'm like, oh, it was like that, huh? I will say no more. Why did you call us here to Area Zero? Arvin, if possible, I would like us to speak when we can meet face to face. It will be easier for you to understand once you can see the situation for yourself. Man. Now then, Khaiden, please use the central panel here and disable another lock in my lab. Very well, very well. Do we want to explore and maybe try to interact with things around here? Some of the books might say something. Let's give it a try. After this, well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. Hey, Khaiden. You know that book he told me to bring? I think it's got something to do with this place. Well, yeah, I mean, you already made that very clear. Or more like, everything to do with this place. But I'm not the one he expects to fix whatever all this is. You are. I think you should be the one to carry it. It's a violet book. Okay. Right. The book has the name Turo written on it in clumsy handwriting. This was Heath, though. Yeah, Turo was on the same team. I like to think Sada was as well, but yeah. Take care of it for me. Okay, Khaiden? Magazero. Ore ni magazero. The crystal's power is tremendous. Their unstable output made our corporate backers fret, but if we can harness this energy, it will open up research possibilities we'd only dreamed of. At last, paradise will be ours to create. Okay, we should definitely interact with this. This is great lore. This has... Oh, this feels like... You know, Cinnabar Lab, Mewtwo's backstory. Oh, yeah, this is good stuff, man. At last, I can resume work on the Terra project. I'll move my research to the Zero Lab this month. My team will be smaller, but no matter. The strong influence of the crystals makes our experiments much more unstable. I wonder if the other research station also said something different. Hopefully we can teleport to it. Like I was thinking we would. But we'll see. The SV competitive scene is an absolute shit show of a stadium. Never time I've seen a more unbalanced competitive scene. Well, those things can be all over the place sometimes. I have no idea. Right, they're each numbered. You are supposed to reach each of them in a specific order, I guess? Maybe? I like that we can just teleport, seriously. Hold on. Thanks to my prototype Terra Orb, I secured corporate funding for my research and made a laboratory in the lighthouse near Cabo Poco. Someday, though, I'll return to the crater and resume my study of these crystals. It's gotta be Professor Turo's journal or notes. We've determined that this energy crystallization is linked to the being we call Redacted. The interlocking hexagonal plates that comprise... It's gotta be Miradon they're talking about. Redacted's shell must somehow cause this phenomenon which I've dubbed terastallizing. Where's everybody? They didn't teleport with me. But yeah, let's go back to research station number 2. They might still be here? Okay. That makes sense too. We did just save the game, didn't we? Let's continue. Rest in peace, your beautiful but terrifying grass fire Scovillain. Oh, everything okay? What happened? Scovillain is such a fun Pokemon. What are your parents like, Demona? My parents? Normal, I guess. Are you serious? Even I know about your dad. He's on the board of the Rotom Phone Company. Wait, how do you know that? Everyone knows that. He's famous, and I guess I look into him for my own reasons, too. I didn't know that. So there was actually some pampered little princess from a rich family. No way. That's so not my thing. Though, yeah. I guess you could say mother and father were like hands-off, but in a good way. My big sister probably took over the business, so they pretty much let me do what I wanted. Wait, you call them mother and father? That is some pampered little princess stuff right there. Gosh, cállate, Penny. What is your family, super normal then? My family is unbelievably annoying. Like super overprotective, you mean? It's just my dad. He's loud and clingy and makes up weird nicknames for me like Pen Pen. He's the most annoying guy in the world, period. He's the worst. Man, that's a real downer for your dad. Having his own daughter describe him like that. Don't you dare take his side. Khaiden, how about you? Your mother seems super nice. You met her? Yup, got a glimpse of an amazing looking sandwich she made too. My god. Really? Wish I could have seen that. I bet it tasted great. Okay, we'll drop a few frames there. Yeah, we're dropping more. ISP is beginning to be naughty. Bad ISP. Bad. I'm sorry I keep insulting the hell out of my ISP, but like, it's not supposed to happen like this. It's not supposed to be like this. And we've had such smooth sailing for, like, streams and everything. Yesterday's TSG stream, 0 issues, though to be fair, it was only 2 hours. But also, to be fair, we haven't been live for 2 hours yet and already issues happen. I hate this inconsistency, man. I'm so sick of this. I'm tired. Look, hopefully, you're not noticing any of them. Let me know if you do. But if you notice any buffering right there for a moment, chances are they were not on your end. And I can even start telling the patterns it has. I know it's not going away quite yet. And even then, I might be wrong about them. It's so random. That's what I hate about it. One of the worst SV Pokemon from what I heard. I don't care, though. If they're not viable in competitive, that doesn't mean they're not good, though. Like, you might have a Pokemon that's very viable in competitive, but then in single player, it's not. That's more rare. Super, super rare. Compared to the opposite of that. But does that mean it's less valid? No, that doesn't make it less valid either. And quote-unquote competitive, right? Who cares if you can't do that? I remember this mock post I found somewhere that was like, I'm sorry, like somebody who was being arrogant, posting it as if they were talking about the competitive Pokemon party and just showboating, but really, really making it sound like a jerk, like a prick, until you actually read it, because they were saying, I'm sorry guys, you all can't hold a candle to me. And they were just describing single-player things, like, I actually beat the champion in the Elite Four. My Pokemon, I have hyper potions with me at all times. You don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance. And I can't remember how it went, but it was like, it was so good. It was so good. ISPs deserve all hell and then some. Just gotta provide the bare minimum, man. Like, they used to be good. They used to be good. And tech visit after tech visit, and still this happens randomly. But again, I gotta try get another phone call, and there's gotta be a Pikachu biting down a cable somewhere, as I said. I use my Scovillain. I have a shiny. I use my bad play too, but I wish it was competitively. Name my Scovillain Malagueta. Ooh. What would I name a Scovillain? I figure like it would be the name of a hot sauce, probably, or maybe not. I had a name, I think. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. But anyway. Scovillain is such a fun Pokemon. Just the concept, right? So I'm glad it was the first grass-fire type. I did see talk here and there that I agreed with, that they should have done a Tiki Pokemon in Alola, but the fact that they didn't do it is okay. Also, it might yeet me back into research station number 2 down here. Well, let's see. Because I think it's preventing me from going into an area that I can't navigate until Miraidon is fully back with me. Here I can, but then if I wanted to go into deeper water, it would be trouble, so it prevents me from doing that in the first place. Yeah. Just not sure where to go right now, but what about over there? Still appreciating this music, by the way. I think we can still go back and maximize the volume. Increase it a little bit more. Let me know if the game does feel like it's too low. It's the mark of a professional streamer that we have scuff, right? And I'm like, let me know if it's like this because I tested it, but still I'm not sure. Whoops, didn't mean to whistle there. A type of chili pepper used often by Portuguese-speaking world. There you go. That's a great name then. But yeah, this is a great concept too. And anyway, you don't need to have it be on the theme region, you know? I like that we may see... What is like a concept here that is not necessarily fitting Spain? There's a few Pokemon that fit that, right? They're just all over the world in many different ways. That happens in nature, you might say. It would be nice to battle some of these Pokemon, maybe try to catch one or two, but... Let's focus on the research stations. I'm taking a while with it, because I'm not sure where to go, and I don't have my Rhydon to go faster. But I'm with my besties, it's okay. We're with the squad. This is the Superstar Squad. That's the term I should have used. Pokemon Violet Superstars. And yeah, I'll self-insert myself into that quote-unquote ultimate version of events that has both Florian and Juliana exist. Both Naranja and Uva Academy exist. Both Professor Turo and Sada are there. They're both Arvin's parents, yes. Sometimes I see something like the anime adaptation or Pokemon Adventures and I'm like, I wish they would have leaned more into that. They're leaning more into making one of them the central academy or the central professor. Like, I think Naranja Academy is taking priority over Uva. And it's not because I prefer Violet, because purple and all that, but I wish, no, it's more like, I wish they wouldn't focus on just one. I can kind of see why they do that, but I wish they would have done more with an Uva Academy of sorts. I can see why it's difficult, but I should have tried to do it maybe. But I say that without actually having read Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Adventures or... where am I supposed to go, by the way? Or watching the anime, which has already gone way past Paldea right now. Liko, the protagonist, or one of the protagonists at least, got a new outfit and look, and I don't know what's going on, but yeah. I know Paldea is based on Spain, but Portugal is close enough. Definitely close, it's right next to it. We might get a more Portugal-based region eventually, but yeah. Regions can be based on all sorts of things. I think at some point we'll also have a region that's more original content in itself more than anything. In a way, Lumio City is maybe that. I am so lost, by the way. I don't want to save the game and then reload in the middle of nowhere like this. It would be easier to reload from research station number 2 or something, but yeah. It's the caveat of not having Miraidon with me. But this is by design. Arvin, Penny, Nemana, any clues? You lead the way. I know, I'm the Shujinko, I'm extraordinary, but you're extraordinary too. You're superstars as well. You lead the way somewhere. Come on. So yeah, also you're free to help me in the chat, Tajigen, on where the places to go. Again, just gonna take a quick bio break in a moment. Quick BRB in a second, but maybe I'll figure it out. But yeah, like, you know, it doesn't have to be just a country, right, for a region. New York is what they did for Unova, basically. Not the US, New York. Not New York State, New York City, I think it was. I might be wrong about that. I'm not actually sure, but yeah, it could be anything, right? And then there's the prefectures in Japan. It started like that with Kanto because of the starting concept for Pokemon. And I was talking about it earlier with the RPG Origins, but that's a different topic as well. I think we should go up again, maybe? I don't know where to go. I don't even see a research station in the distance, and the minimap and map are not gonna help here. At least, let's keep collecting these items. Rash Mint. Let's avoid Braviary over there. Venomoth. Venomoth's cry. That's what it was meant to be. The best way I can sort of mimic it, sort of do an impression of the Venomoth cry, You can start to do impressions of Pokemon cries. At least the melody. There's a melody to a lot of them, if not all of them. But not really an impression. Raichu's cry, for example. It changed so much. There's like so many that changed from the 8-bit days. The 8-bit days. Blah. Accent gets weird sometimes. I don't mind that the accent gets different at times. It's just if I feel like you didn't understand what I said. But anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry, I'm rambling as I'm looking for this research station. But yeah, Raichu's cry. I hated how they changed it though. Personally, like it went from. See, I'm gonna make bad impressions of them, but hopefully you get the point. It went from being like. It went from that to. Okay, those impressions were worse than I thought they would be. Anyway. I don't know, I kind of liked whatever was going on with the 8-bit version, but yeah, I think they originally intended to make it really be like a little mouse, little hamster, cute thing. And then Pikachu, they kept its cry, but then sometimes it's also Pika, like the anime, because it's Pikachu. I do like that the Pikachus we heard here, especially those, like that Pikachu we had in like the language classes, right? They retained the game cry. Sometimes I am thinking like, wait a minute. It actually is weird that Pokemon sound human, isn't it? There's something weird about that. I prefer if they didn't. Unless they are supposed to, and like those are the exception to the rule, not the rule. So I prefer the game cries, but yeah. At this point, human-like cries have become too established, but in a way, there's something even disturbing about that. Human-like cries. And cries is just the word for the sounds they make. I'm reminded of my first impression of Minecraft last year, where I was like, I first heard the cows moo in that game, and instead of sounding like a moo, it sounds more like they're saying, no, no, no. And because I was in the alternative idol, like shared world, they already had things built in there and all that. They had this very tight cow pen or corral or whatever it's called. And you just had a bunch of cows trapped in there going, no, no. I'm like, whoa, 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 this game is dark. What the hell? It was a sort of impression. Not really what I was thinking, but a sort of first impression, right? Where am I supposed to go? So it was like, the cows know they're about to... Arven is dead again. Rest in peace for the second time. Speaking of dying, huh? But it was like, the cows know they're gonna die. They're just there to grow and get butchered. No! Didn't mean to whistle there. Where am I supposed to go? I'm getting so lost, I think I might actually reload the game. I don't even know how to get back to Research Station 2 or whatever. I don't think I could have dropped down there. It's not just me who has gotten lost in here like this, right? And I'm bad with directions anyway. See, when I first started Minecraft, that was bad for me. That was bad for me at the start. I've since learned to use coordinates better. That's what made me better at directions. It just made me better at coordinates. Gonna FK for a bit, no problem, mist. Yeah, I'll take that by break in a moment. The human vessel needs a bit of a snack, maybe. So we will take it later, depending on the length of the stream as well. There is a more extended break also. Oh, but I have some things ready. No, and then FF14 will also have some future streams go back to being a long one, if everything goes to plan. We have specific things we want to do all in one stream when we get back to patches and stuff like that, but it's a great epic. Now, where did I save here? We weren't like entirely up, but I kind of did want to get back to wherever research station number 2 was. So let me try to notice my surroundings better. I can't see where the next research station would be. This is tough. Okay, I see where it might be. Do we actually drop down there? No way we drop down there from here, right? Leave me alone, Corviknight. Leave me alone. Yeah, the Rotom phone can save you and all that, but even only from certain heights. Like, some heights are still too high, and this is one of them. The music is nice. It's not the same music we've had with the other battles, right? With Nemona and Penny. But yeah, now it's not the time for this. This is already taking long enough as it is. Wow, so many berries I'm learning about for the first time. Volcarona, nice. Yeah, I mean, they should be fully evolved Pokemon, right? This is that sort of area. In many ways, it's a post-game area. In some ways, it's not. In some ways, it is. In some ways, it's not, right? Cerulean Cave. That's always my point of reference. Yeah, I'm a Pokemon boomer. Basing a lot of it on Gen 1 because I was able to experience Gen 1, or rather Kanto, but no, Gen 1 as well, for that matter. And even though I've experienced quite a bit of the stuff after that, if you have experienced the beginning of something, it kind of makes sense to go back to the beginnings of that thing as a point of reference. Thinking about the original Kamen Rider series, when thinking about what makes Kamen Rider, for example. Something like that. Thinking about Star Trek, the original series, or arguably TNG, or something that's close enough to that anyway. But stuff like that, right? It's not my point of reference for everything, though. One big point of reference for me is still the World Tournament from Black 2 and White 2. See, when it comes to competitive, quote-unquote again, because it's not actually competitive, but casual, competitive-like Pokemon. When it comes to that kind of playstyle, that's Research Station number 2, right? Let's try to pick it up from there. When it comes to that style, I prefer to battle against NPCs. Battle 3 also looked like fun. I haven't gotten to experience that yet. I haven't gotten to experience the World Tournament yet. Eventually, I do want to play the Gen 5 games, like actually play through them and all that, even though I know so much about them at this point. To the point that I want to say Gen 5 is my favorite gen, even though I haven't played any games in it. But I might change my mind. Okay. This is a new research station then. Alright, another research station. Probably gonna have a battle with Arven. I mean, alongside him. I gotta use so many of these as wallpapers. Nice, we get to chill for a minute. Something's gonna jump out at us again. 100% guaranteed. Oh, Penny, such a worrywart. Nah, I share her concerns. Huh? Yeah. Oh, is that one? Right. See? Benemonous reaction. Oh my gosh, it's the best. Wait a sec. This is just like that Titan Pokemon we saw. So it was a future Pokemon all along? Whoa, you battled one of these before, Arven? It looks seriously strong. Yeah, well, Khaiden and I are all pros when it comes to Titans. Leave this to us. Yes. Ikuze! Arguably Iron Bundle back there was also Titan. Interesting that it was Glimora with Nemona. There's that connection with Gita. So I like that. This one is partly Steel type. It's also partly Ground type, so if we could avoid any damage to Spectre, that would be great. Well done, Spectre. Hopefully Mabustiff can also finish it off. Okay, we didn't get attack. Ah, poor Mabustiff. That's okay, we'll finish it. Iron Head wouldn't have done much damage to Spectre. No, I think it's Iron Fighting maybe, but you know, it's based on Donphan. It's gotta be able to learn a ground move. Iron Threads is great. I love the animations they did there also. At some point it stops resembling Donphan, but then it goes back to resembling Donphan. It's great. See that? Victory's ours. Maybe the one we saw when we were searching out the Herba Mystica came from down here. Oh yeah, that would make sense. You two got to meet one of these Pokemon before our Crater get-together. Jealous. We got things from the literal future roaming around Baldia. That's a major problem. Isn't Professor Turo doing anything to keep them under control? How could he let this happen? Yeah, right. Because it's not like, oh, so brilliant Professor Turo ever messes up. Come on, Khaiden. Let's get into that research station. Now, I think that's a great break-off point in which I can BRB quickly. Yeah, like, we'll save the cutscene that we'll see inside, or cutscenes that we'll see inside and all that. But when I come back, just give me a few seconds here, and I do need a snack here. I'll take something quick, and I might make it a more full meal afterwards, but it is something that's quick enough, you know? Sometimes I'm able to have it pre-prepared beforehand, or pre-ordered, if it's just something like pizza, right? Don't worry, I'm doing my best to keep the human vessel eating healthy. Healthy enough anyway. But yeah, we'll be right back, alright? Stay tuned, as always. Thank you for waiting, Tajigen. That was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. But it's all for a good cause. Give me a second, give me a second. Back to Area Zero. Back to Area Zero. And I'll just keep wearing this triple crown, by the way. It's a triple crown of Paldea. It's not, doesn't look like a triple crown, it doesn't need to. It's okay, it represents it. It represents it. But thanks for waiting. Bot gang, you can definitely skip forward. Skip forward through the BRB screen and all that. That's one advantage of it. But watch me live as well. Support in all those ways. Let me get some water. I'm still appreciating this Area Zero music. I won't get tired of it. Though I don't want to take too long finding these places either. And made it to station number 3. How are we doing after all that walking and battling and whatnot? Anyone need a rest? Oh, what is it, Nemina? You feeling sorry, Penny. You feeling rough, Penny? Oh, no, it's not that. I've just been thinking, ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. The Pokemon here in Area Zero came to our time from the future, right? So what about Miraidon? Isn't it pretty likely that it's also one of those future Pokemon? You're right. Huh. It's a future Cyclisser, you could say. I think you're onto something. It is kind of giving off future vibes. Even his name sounds future-y. Mirai. Wait a sec, I totally forgot! Hey, Arvin! You had Miraidon's ball, and you told us about its forms in the first place. Hey, why do I have an angry face? Why are they making my player character have an angry face? I'm not gonna confront him like that. You must know something about it, right? Ugh, you still remember that from way back. No wonder you're everybody's little star pupil. No, the star is Penny. Superstar is me. We can all be superstars now, though. Guess I got no choice then, but to tell you what I know. That Pokemon, Miraidon that is, it was found by my dad when he was working on his time machine. I believe it would be best for me to take over the explanations at this point. Professor! Miraidon, which I entrusted to Khaiden, was the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the future by the time machine. Seriously? Through analysis of his genetic makeup, as well as his behavioral patterns, I came to realize that what I had discovered was in fact a futuristic form of Cyclisser, the Pokemon commonly ridden in this region. That makes sense, I guess. They do look alike. Many other Pokemon also came to this place from across the boundaries of time, but I was never able to bring over more than 2 specimens of Miraidon. 2? Huh? Huh? You mean there's another one around here somewhere? What if they're family? The other one could still be somewhere in Area Zero, waiting to finally be reunited with our Miraidon. A heartwarming family reunion. Exactly! Imagine how thrilled I'll be if we can get the family back together after all this time. Family, huh? Yeah, that sounds nice. If we could proceed, Khaiden, please disable the next lock, using the central panel there. And we'll read the lore afterwards. On the next one, maybe we should read the lore before we do it, because something more major may happen afterwards. Well done. Only one remains now. Please continue on to the final research station. What will happen there this time? There's more I want to say, but it's spoilers, which it might be okay to say at this point, but better to save them. Better to save them when we actually get to the thing I'm thinking about, and yeah. Anyway, our time machine research has yielded a triumph. A Pokemon from the distant future. I've named it Miraidon. I was expecting one new life to treasure, but what fortune to be blessed with this gift as well. I've successfully brought more and more future Pokemon to our time since the first one. I'm so close to creating a world like the one in the book. A paradise where we three can live happily together forever. I must make it real. Oh my god, wait. Is that implying it's Sada, Turo, and Arvin? It's just, that's the thing, right? In Scarlet, it's all about Sada. No mention of Turo is what I thought, and vice versa, but there's gotta be some mention of it somehow, right? And yeah, the ultimate version of this story does involve Pokemon from both the past and the future, and well, yeah. Oh, what happened here, man? What happened here? I just always love a little story like this, where you start putting the pieces together with, like, journal entries left and, like, oh, wait. Somewhere else a future Pokemon? No wonder no one said it before. Khaiden, you gotta let me battle Miraidon right now. It still won't come out of its Pokeball. Oh, right. That was the first I heard of it coming from the future myself. It was just some weird Pokemon my dad brought home all of a sudden one day. We all lived together at the Lighthouse Lab for a little while. My dad made me promise to keep it a secret, and I had to take care of it for him too. So that's why you knew so much about it. Yeah, but then one day Miraidon just went nuts against some wild Pokemon. A few of the folks even nearby ended up seeing it, so the secret was out. Once that happened, my dad took it and went back to Area Zero. Guess that makes sense if it's a Pokemon from a different age. Yeah, if people found out, it'd be all over the news. I didn't see my dad or Miraidon again after that, for ages. Looking back on it now, it seems stupid, but I felt like I lost my dad because of Miraidon. It was the worst feeling ever. Just hated Miraidon and everything about it. Didn't even want to even talk about it. I'm sorry for not telling you what I knew sooner, Khaiden. You should be sorry. Shoot, that's like the coolest thing ever, and you didn't tell any of us. Yep, should have been great to know all that relevant info before we got here. But dang, you guys, harsh. Reading so fast sometimes I can't even say the words right. It feels like it is a lot like you grab a YouTube video, a VOD, in the case of this live stream, and you you know, you speed it up. Sometimes I'm fast naturally like that though, so it makes me wonder. Nice fire giraffe, by the way. No need to battle it though. Let's save the game also to be on the safe side and all that. But yeah, like I wonder sometimes, maybe I've done it and I forgot my own videos, but like my own VODs here, but when I'm already speaking fast, way faster than this, right? What does it even look like when you speed it up? Just 1.25, right? VOD gang, maybe you can do that. I'm not speaking that fast right now. We're seeing more Paradox Pokemon! I'm not gonna bother with them right now. I'll just continue catching them off stream. I'll just do it then, like that. We're going deep though. Look at Glimmorras. Is that a Glimmora on the wall, or is it just something that looks like one? Nice. I was curious. I was curious. I'm sorry to disturb you, Glimmora, just to run away. Yeah, were it not for the level difference, it might have locked me into the battle because of the type disadvantage. Next research station near. Hopefully it doesn't get laggy around here. A lot of water and a waterfall. Wonder what this looks like on the Switch too. It's gotta look great. Well, we are all ooh. Yeah, I can see why though. Almost looks like a city down there. Like further down there. What is that? Oh my gosh. Look at all these huge, gorgeous crystals. They go all the way to the bottom. Does feel like Final Fantasy as well. Yet more connections we can make. One slipping, we can kiss our short lives goodbye. Oh, good call. Watch your step. Uh-oh. So the professor's down there somewhere, waiting for us. The professor, he's not saying that. And that's fine. Totally fine. Ah, poor Arvin. Alright, team. Watch yourselves and let's get to the bottom of this thing. I would say who died and made you leader, but you already died twice, Arvin. Nah, it's alright. He's the one with the most connection to this all, right? In many ways, he put this together too. But anyway, this place looks unreal. Maybe there really is treasure down here, like the stories say. Yeah, this place is like something from a whole other world. Makes you feel like maybe you already died and went somewhere. You died twice already, Arvin, but it's okay. You got better. You got better. You got the Tails treatment, you know, Tails and Sonic when he dies. When you're not controlling Tails directly, it's Sonic and Tails, right? Yeah. Is it just me? Or do the crystals here give off the same glow as when Pokemon terrestrialize? There's gotta be some sort of connection. We know this for sure. It already is something Rayford taught in her class. Right? I don't know. Only one way to find out. Come on, everybody. Let's keep moving. We've got to go all the way down. But it was something we already knew, right? Just... yeah, I would think Penny would know that, but not necessarily. I get the mistaken impression, being silly me. I feel stupid for this now, that, oh, she's an amazing student that just is very studious. She's the book type. She's not. She is a great expert in tech and stuff like that, but not everything else. She's not necessarily going to remember history and all that. And Nemana is the... okay, so Miraidon came to our age through the time machine, then he lived here a while with the professor, along with another one of its kind. That seems to be the story. So we brought it back home, kind of, or to its second home at least. Ow! You bastard! I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill this is Patra! No. You bastard! You're interrupting my dialogue, you're gonna die. Not faint, You wanted pain? Here's your pain. You want to battle so badly, go die in that corner over there. Get killed by an iron threat or something. Alright. Oh, that's great. A chance to unwind and back in the familiarity. That doesn't exactly jive with how he's been acting all spook since we got here. It doesn't seem eager to come out of his ball anytime soon either. Really? I thought he was just scared because we were so high up. Huh? Who said he was scared of heights? Given how Miraidon was acting earlier, I think something bad happened to it here. Sometimes you get all shaky just seeing a place that you got bad memories of. Yeah. It was the same for me when I was being ignored by everyone in my class. Just thinking about school made me want to head away somewhere, so I know how it feels. Oh, Penny. So maybe get her down here in Area 0, just like Marble Steve. We can't know for sure, but it doesn't change it to its battle form anymore, right? So I think it's possible. But that's so sad. We gotta do something to make it feel better. And no, I'm not just saying that because I super badly want to battle Miraidon myself. Seriously? Well, at least you said it and not one of us. Nemana, you're kind of unbelievable, in a mostly good way. I gotta read it so fast. I've done a lot of, let's call it speed reading, talk fast as I do a lot, but even then it's like, hold on. No, I'm glad they're able to resume the dialogue. They should, because, you know, they gotta know for sure you're gonna get attacked by a Pokemon in the middle of that, whether you're stopping or not. So yeah. But any Pokemon that interrupts me is gonna get killed! Actually, I may catch a few depending on what it is, but I don't know, I'll just run away from the battle. That's to save time. We are appreciating the scenery around here, though. This whole place is great. It's great. And it's what we use for the thumbnail. See, now that we have that frame, that purple frame around the thumbnail that I should have implemented long ago, it also kind of changes how I feel about backgrounds sometimes. For some reason, I'm not blurring them as much depending on what they are, but we may go back to more blurred backgrounds and all that, depending on what it is. Also, Kishi is at 69. I'm not saying that because it's a funny number. I'm saying that because he's the closest now to level 70. We'll get to level 70. There's a specific battle where I can see the opponent or opponents being level 70. Or even beyond that in here. And it would make sense. But I actually don't know if it was level 70. I think it was. It would make perfect sense. I mean, no cutscene before this. Interesting. Well, let's see here. Oh, whoa. Things went down. Whoa, what happened? This place is a mess. It looks like something went berserk in here. Yeah, but what? Hello, children. Ah, Professor! You scared us. I'm sorry. Why is everything in here all busted up? I'm sorry. Hello, children. Ha. Come again? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, children. Hello. Yeah, I think I know what's going on though, because I already know. What the heck? I would have a strong suspicion anyway. Stop that! You're creeping us out! Hello, children. Initiating restart. Professor must be having some weird connection problems or something, huh? I think Arvin already suspects what I'm suspecting. Well, and also what I know. But, well, it was definitely weird at least. Almost like, I don't know. If he meant it as a joke, it wasn't funny. I've still got goosebumps and all. And I think the books, yeah, I need more people, more time. That woman walked out not long after the boy was born. Is he referring to Sada? So in here, Sada walked out on it and didn't over-obsess. Turo over-obsessed about it. In Scarlet, it's the other way around. What happened to Sada, though? If it's her, I need another set of hands. But could they be trusted? And how long would it take them to even understand? If only there were two of me. Omoshiroi. My new assistant has intellect and technical skills to rival my own. A bit rigid at times, but I got no serious complaints. Productivity has doubled. We even brought in a second mirror item via the machine, though this one has proved aggressive. Oh, man. Okay. This is now in the... So I know something, right? But then as I was reading these things and looking at other things in the dialogue, I was thinking it was going in that direction. But it doesn't seem like it was that direction anymore. It's something more sinister, actually. And we're about to see a villainous figure of some sort, or maybe not, but now that I'm remembering, there have been some things I've seen that suggest it's... yeah. Okay. Well. Better press this. What about that army Raiden? Hello. Can you hear me now? Please forgive my previous transmission. There seems to be some signal interference. That's not what that was. He knows. What do you mean, Arvin? The locks have all been disabled at last. Please make your way now to the Zero Lab, which lies at the very bottom of Area Zero. It almost looked like a city, like we were about to go into a city. Man, you know what just came into my mind? I need to get back to that. I was playing it off stream too and all that. I mean, I already completed it, but there's like different playthroughs you can do. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Now it really does get sinister and dark anyway. Darker than anything Pokemon has ever done. Or maybe not, actually. There's a lot of like eldritch beings. They just happen to be Pokemon. Or Ultra Beasts or something like that, right? Just look at somebody like Gustlord. And what was the name of that thing that took over Lussamine? Well, that creature. That Ultra Beast. In Eternal Darkness, there's a section of the game where you find a hidden underground city. You head down to it and like... It kind of has a similar impression. It looks really cool. But it's like... it's not a good place to be, though. Don't just go there as a tourist. You're gonna have a horrifying time. But yeah. It's kind of reminding me of descending into it. Like, there was a lot of blue as well. It was a lot like that. Although I went for the playthrough where it's like, so you basically choose the Eldritch Abomination that's gonna be the main villain out of 3 choices. I read one... What's up, Penny? What's up? Almost looked like she wanted to talk to me, specifically. But it's a lot like a Pokemon starter. The red one, the blue one, the green one, and the weaknesses, they all have a rock, paper, scissors thing. For example, the red one is strong against the green one, so it's almost really like Pokemon. But yeah, I chose the blue one on the first playthrough. And maybe the city looked kind of bluish because of that, but I don't think it's that necessarily. That's ℂ𝕠𝕟𝕠𝕟. Now I was doing it's already been like maybe 2 months or so since the last played or something, but it was Celotath, yeah, the Sanity. The Insanity Eldritch Abomination Goddess, whatever it was that you want to call her. That's the second playthrough, yeah. I could go into more detail about it, but let's go back to this. There was definitely something off about the professor just now, right? Maybe it was just a little dramatic flair to get us all jazzed for more adventuring. What? That got you jazzed? Yeah, maybe even big time jazzed. You need to go see a doctor. That's just not right. See, I'm pretty sure that call was really... never mind. It's nothing. What's wrong, Arvin? Yeah, you seem kind of down. No matter how things turn out, I'm counting on you to see this through, Khaiden. And dear Arvin, you're part of this as well, my friend. You're with me. All three of you. Let's continue. And everybody watching, Tajigen, you're part of this as well. We are surrounded by superstars everywhere in many ways. Any victory we get, you share in the victory. That's how it works. That's how it works. A superstar cluster, a superstar system manifests in that form too. Whoa, who's that Pokemon? Is that, oh, it's the Paradox Pokemon for like Hydreigon, right? I'm like, Hydreigon, whoa! I almost want to fight it, but let's save time. I should try to at least fight one of them, catch one of them. If I'm gonna fight one of those, I don't know what type future Hydreigon is. What types, I mean, but if Dark is one of them, Spectre is not a good idea. And yeah, I don't remember the name either. Iron something. Iron something. But I'm just gonna call it Future Hydreigon. That's what I'm gonna keep doing for the names. Future this. If I forget them. Future Delibird, I'm remembering right now. It's Iron Bundle, but if I forget that, yeah, it's just Future Delibird. I am so looking forward to the DLCs as well. Not to unappreciate what's happening in front of me right now, though. This music, I still haven't gotten tired of it. I don't think I will. Unless we do take much longer, but we're not that lost. I'm detouring a bit, but... yeah, why don't we try an Iron Bundle then? Although, I gotta be careful because it would have water attacks which are bad for Spectre. Let's try a Bitter Blade and see where that takes us. There's a 10 level difference. Okay, okay, thank goodness it did a nice move. Otherwise, False Swipe is the way to go. I could still try a False Swipe, but... let's try an Ultra Ball already. It's gotta be super difficult to catch, though. Or Quick Ball might have been good, too. It was just turn number 2. I think it's too late for that. Too late for a Quick Ball now. Ice Beam. I'm gonna try a False Swipe. Just as long as it doesn't do a water attack. The level difference helps too. And I'm also watching out. Those Ice Beams, they could freeze. I know it's very rare. Somehow, even though there's like a percentage for it, but it's never like that percentage, right? But yeah. As long as we don't get hit with water. I may use a revive or two. We're fine when it comes to revives and all that anyway. It's just crazy. Gotcha! Pokemon Ghetto! Paradox Pokemon Ghetto. It's just funny because we never use a max revive during the Elite Four and all that. I got so stingy with so many items, I'm never using them. Better to have extra than to have missing items, I guess, but I'm trying to be better about that. So many RPGs I've played, whether on stream or off stream, where we beat the final boss or something, or on an epilogue final boss, or a final boss of that nature, right? And then we have such an excess of items after that that we should have just used them. We shouldn't have been so frugal, but I don't know. It resembles a mysterious object mentioned in an old book. There are only 2 reported sightings of this Pokemon. Well, we've found dozens and dozens by now, so, well, they're not reported sightings. We haven't reported them, have we? So that's still true. Wow. Interesting position in the Pokedex. Ooh, Pokedex reward, though. Let's get it. Dusk Stone. Very nice. And that's only one of those balls? That's nothing. Either way, I still definitely want to complete the Pokedex. Gotta talk to Professor Jacques. Jacques. I gotta say it like that. Not Jax. Jack. Jacques. Really go for that. Maybe I need to speak to Professor Salvatore. Salvatore. Nice Shadow Ball, by the way. Not that I need it, I think. Maybe in the future. I still want to go for that ball. Chagai, Sinistra. Who's gonna get replaced in the party for it, though? At times I'm thinking, let's just have 2 ghost types, it's okay, I'll keep Spectre. At times I'm thinking, Mojang will have to replace, but man, I'm gonna miss you, Mojang. Or you're kinda there in rotation, right? But Seems like it would be Mojang. Or we do replace Spectre. We do replace Spectre. I miss you, my friend. But like, we did great things. Just, we trade fire for grass. Nobody has a grass type move anyway. Low kicks, Ichimonji used to have one, but we have a setup that works the way we have set it up, right? Whoa. Need some water. Have we finally reached the deepest part? I love the way my face looks. Ah, if only I had multicolored hair. I'm the only one here. This makes it look a bit multicolored. A lot like my own hair, actually. Like, at least different shades of purple. But it's the lighting. Like, come on, look at my friends. Nemen, Arven, Penny. It's kind of funny because the protagonist is the one that doesn't have the most extraordinary hair. The one that has the most plain looking hair, arguably. At least in terms of colors, right? It's usually the other way around. It's usually the other way around. Nah, but even without multicolor, good hairstyle I have here. If I went for default boy, Florian, right? He would look very nondescript compared to these three, all things considered. But anyway. We made it! Ready to see if those legends of treasure down here are for real? Yeah, right. That's just fluff they write to fill the textbooks. Professor? Who's calling? Hello, children. You've done well to make it here. The structure you see before you is the Zero Lab. That's where you are, right, Professor? But wait, why does it look like the whole place is being swallowed up by crystals? The crystals here in Area Zero possess a peculiar energy. This energy can alter the functions of living things and optimize the performance of machinery. It is the same energy that allows Pokemon to terrestrialize. So this entire building is being terrestrialized? Is that what you're saying? Whoa. Don't be silly, Arven. The professor implies something important about Terra Orbs just now. They're made from the crystals down here in Area Zero, aren't they? Why are we so surprised? Indeed, though not many know it. Well, actually, it is a surprise, kind of. Yeah. No, and I mean like in-universe. I'm thinking in-universe. But anyway, since you have disabled all 4 locks, the gate to the Zero Lab should now open for you. But once you open the gate, you will quickly be confronted with the dangerous Pokemon inside. They will likely make a break for freedom. More Paradox Pokemon. Dangerous Pokemon? With the 4 of you working together, you should be able to best them. Prepare yourselves well, then open the gate. You got me and Khaiden here. Doesn't matter what we're up against, we'll be fine. Ha! Well then, that puts all my worries to rest. Don't underestimate Arven and Penny. We really are pretty much the best group of people to come and tackle this great, epic task. Yeah, Spectre remains at the front. I think we're gonna face more Pokemon though. Besides the one big battle I'm thinking of. Hold it! What is it, Arven? Huh? Why? We're finally on the cusp of getting into the lab. Look, if it's true that a bunch of really dangerous Pokemon might come at us, then shouldn't we also have Miraidon help? Yeah, if Miraidon were like how we first saw it in the Inlet Grotto, that'd be a huge help. I want to see it battle. But it hasn't even wanted to let us ride it ever since we came down to Area Zero. And it can't enter its battle form in the first place. But it's really strong. I know it is. It ate all those Herba Mystica we found too. When it really matters, I'm sure it'll fight. And Area Zero is where it used to live. If you bring it out of its ball now, maybe it'll be able to find its family too, right? That's pretty sensible by your standards, Arven? I don't know. Go on, Khaiden. Let me ride on out. Let's give it a try. We have to try at least. I'm sorry, Miraidon. Are you okay? Alright, come on, Khaiden. Now that we got Miraidon ready, it's time to open that gate. Is Miraidon okay? What's gonna happen here? I actually don't know a lot of some of the things that are about to go down. That's great. It's great not knowing. The other Miraidon is the evil twin. Well, well, well. Whoa. Looks bigger, but I think it's just the battle form. Here we go. The family reunion. It's happening. Whoa, no way. Uh-oh. Poor Miraidon, though. Our Miraidon. One is good and the other is bad, pretty much. That's what it looks like to me. No, something's not right. Huh. Wait. Is this better or is this worse? Uh-oh. This is where it figures into the different timelines thing, right? Because the future they say they come from is not the future set in stone necessarily. Miraidon, our Miraidon comes from a timeline in which it's a good boy, and it's a bad boy from the other Miraidon. Different timeline, similar futures. I don't know. Huh? What's wrong? Are you bummed that your heartwarming family reunion got cut off so quickly? Nemona, are you joking? There was nothing heartwarming about it. We were this close to getting caught up in a nasty brawl. Wait, for real? Just look at Miraidon. Poor thing's terrified. Guess that other one isn't exactly its pal. Yeah, that other Pokemon was giving off some real bad vibes. Not that you should worry a thing about any of that. Once we get you back into your battle form, I'm sure you'll be going toe-to-toe against that jerk. If you want to. Sorry, guess that doesn't really help, huh? Do you think that other Miraidon was one of the dangerous Pokemon the professor warned us to watch out for? But didn't the professor say the dangerous Pokemon would come out from inside? You mean from inside the gate we just... Yeah. Some of them we've already seen. What the... Well, here we go. I think we can't avoid these battles. Can I catch some of them already? Might as well. This is where we do it. This music. Whoa. A lot of future Hariyama. What was their name again? They were one of those that were talked about in the Violet book. We're surrounded. And it's pretty obvious they're not here to roll out a friendly welcome mat. There's no way we can handle this many. And don't tell me, they're all future Pokemon? We got a little disaster on our hands here. Miraidon. Look, even that fellow's ready to bail. Then I guess it's my turn. I've been waiting. Come on, Khaiden. Let's do this together. Yosh. Ikuzo! We can do this. We can do this, gang. Tajigen, Superstar Squad, besties. Champion Nemona. I like how it says Champion Nemona sent out Lycanroc. Let's go. So, yeah, same thing as before when confronting Iron Threats. Then to face some of the others, it's gotta be with Arven, then with Penny, and... Whew, wasn't expecting a wild charge. It's the ground moves I want to watch out for in this situation, right? With Spectre. Okay. Level ups right there, nice. Somebody will get to level 70 by the time we're finished. Wow, they're strong. Now, this is a worthwhile challenge. I'm glad you're on our side, but you're still really annoying when you say stuff like that. You got this, Penny. Cassiopeia. Yeah, why are they coming at me? Khaiden, help me out here. The camera angles the direction. So good. So good. We got this. Oh, did it say Team Star Penny? What did it say right there? Hold on, hold on. I can check from my stream playback because it's a bit of a delay. Oh, I couldn't see. Never mind. Couldn't see it on time. But alright. There's gotta be Bitter Blade we go for. Oh, baby dull eyes. Iron Hand's looking amazing. I love the look of it. Yeah, steel is not one of its types, so of course I'm gonna think each and every one of these is at least a steel type. But no. Just no reason to do anything else. We want to recover some health while we do the attack, so Bitter Blade for now. I might use some Ethers, like if we run out of power points, Ethers will do the trick. Seismic Toss, huh? Let's finish this. Bitter Blade. From Command Rider Spectre to Command Rider Blade, you might say. That kind of rhymed too. The future must be terrifying. Miraidon! Nice. Then future Hydreigon there. Oh no! They're running away! Yeah, and? If those Pokemon get out, we're gonna have a gigantic mess on our hands. We gotta go after him, Penny. Why me? Wait! Hold on, Nemona. And why do I get the feeling you're enjoying all this? Nice. I hope the two of them can handle their part. But at least the crowd's been thinned out now. Guess it's up to us to deal with what's left. Let's go for this strong looking one first. Future Hydreigon, what are you called? I've seen the name somewhere before, I just forgot. I faced it at some point in Pokemon Showdown, probably. What are its types? Aranjugulus. Ooh, okay. Is it a dragon type in any way? I don't think so. But best if we avoid a fire move because it will be resisted, depending on what the other type may be. I don't think it's a still dragon type, right? No. Like, is Dark Dragon usually for Hydreigon? Which of the two types does it retain? Because it's not just gonna be Dark Dragon as well, I think. But anyway, that's the issue though. No, it's gotta be Dark type. Either way, we may want to switch out. But Shadow Claw. Yeah. Should have realized Shadow Claw would also be resistant. I don't know why I'm thinking it's maybe Dark Fairy. Why would it be Dark Fairy necessarily? I don't see any reason why. Alright, my dear Spectre, we're gonna give this a try. We can do this, we can do this, we can do this. I knew you could resist it, my friend! I knew it. Let's go. A Bitter Blade for the energy drain. No recovery between battles, right? If we have another one right after this, I should use an item at the start or just Bitter Blade, we'll see. Or switch out. See, the power of friendship had us perfectly in sync. All thanks to our Titan hunting together. Yay, the power of friendship. I'm glad you said it out loud, Arvin. Oh, Miraidon though. Still scared, huh? You worried you might have to face that other one of your kind? Well then, let me take on some of the burden. These stragglers should be nothing. Me and Mabostif here can take them. Ah, we're going in alone, huh? Just Miraidon and I. And well, my Pokemon party, huh? So, Khaiden, you take your partner there and go take care of business. But, oh, come on. If you're not even gonna rely on your friends, then who are you going to rely on? Mabostif here is raring to go. Leave this to us. Alright, Arvin. Miraidon! You really ruined my whole childhood, you know? But it's not like seeing you cowering and scared out of your wits makes me feel any better about it. You've got amazing powers if you just use them, and you got us too! So don't you even think about losing to that jerk! Be brave. Stand up and fight. I love you, Arvin. I love you as well. Oh, everybody recovered. Okay. I'm guessing it's a full recovery. Power points, all of that. It's gotta be Miraidon versus Miraidon, and that's the one I expect to be a level 70 opponent. Miraidon. The bad one, anyway. I wasn't expecting two Miraidons. I thought the fight against Miraidon would be the one I have. Like it goes berserk or something happens to it, or it's a battle bond sort of thing. But this is interesting. This is interesting. Okay. I'm wondering though. For like, you know, having a Miraidon to complete the Pokédex and all that. Can I catch that bad Miraidon, or do I just get my Miraidon to be in the Pokédex and then I can use it in battle as well? And or is it both ways? Professor Turo. But is it really Professor Turo? And thus we get to the plot twist I already knew about, but it's still crazy. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. I love his look, by the way. Because of course I do. I mean, I don't. Deactivating sleep mode. Hello, Khaiden. Thank you for coming. Ah, the bad Miraidon? What is it, though? No. Back to your ball. Master Ball. We had to see it at some point. That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you traveled with. Your Miraidon fled Area 0 because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. I'm afraid that there is something for which I must apologize. I am not the true Professor ℂ𝕠𝕟𝕤. And I knew this already! It's an android. Now, what I've been alluding to. What happened to the original Professor ℂ𝕠𝕠𝕠? I thought he just died at some point, something happened, he got so deep in the research. Then I started to think as I read through all this, he traveled to the future, but they said a human can't come back, so he's trapped in the future forever now. Like, that's even more tragic, maybe? And as well, a future, I should say, a future, not the future. And then you have to think the same with Sada in a past, the past, a past. The thing is, I'm pretty sure the same plot twist happens. I hope it's not a spoiler. You know, with Professor Sada and Scarlet, like, she's still an android, which is really cool. Like, it's the past. You might think it's different. It's gonna do it differently. No, it's still an android. So this is not because Violet is about futuristic stuff and all that. But let's see, because there's still a lot I don't know about this. I was also starting to think. He looks okay now. He seems to be nice, but this android of Professor ℂ𝕠𝕠𝕠, he may have something evil. Evil machine takeover thing or something. And he killed the original ℂ𝕠𝕠𝕠 for whatever reason, or who knows, right? But no, I'm not sure now. What are you talking about? I am an artificial intelligence the professor created, imbued with his memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered robot. And see, I was starting to think that this artificial intelligence, the research notes wouldn't match it because we wouldn't see them here anymore unless they can be sent back without the professor. He traveled to the future to get the intelligence and to have some version of him that could continue to research, even if he gets trapped. But you know, he can send the cyborg, the AI robot back, but he can't go back anymore. And so that's how it happened. But no, because he said he had an assistant. He's referring to this AI ℂ𝕠𝕠𝕠. The real professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station number 4. The incident. The Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. Yeah, AI ℂ𝕠𝕠𝕠 it says now. If you put it together, it can almost look like it says Alturo. Almost like Arturo, a name. But instead Alturo. Almost. You would have to not capitalize the T. But anyway. I believe the professor wanted nothing more than for the Miraidon to survive and thrive. That is why he threw himself in front of your Miraidon in an attempt to protect it. That like a hero, man. From the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Khaiden, the reason I ask you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab, and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original professor created. I can see why. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. Dude, Professors ℂ𝕠𝕠𝕠 and Sada were such geniuses. Geniuses. So it was more straightforward though. I was starting to think that ℂ𝕠𝕠𝕠 got stuck in the future. Sada would get stuck in the past, and well, future, past. But I mean, if it's the same future or past these kinds of Pokemon are coming from, where is it that I saw? Maybe this is just fanon or something, but an implication that it's also a post-apocalyptic future. It's just steel, well, not steel, iron robotic Pokemon roaming around. So if somebody goes there, that's gonna be not gonna be a good time at the very least. And then the past, well, it's pretty much dinosaur era, you know, just it's Pokemon instead. So you're gonna die. You're gonna die. But yeah. But no, it wasn't like that. That would make it even more dark, maybe. But Pokemon wouldn't be entirely what's the word? Foreign to that sort of concept. That concept wouldn't be entirely foreign to Pokemon. There we go. Blah. Anyway, this elevator will take us down to the lower level. Step inside. I hope I can actually trust this AI. He doesn't seem sus. He actually doesn't. But for a moment, the elevator was like, wait, is he leading me to a trap? Is this the time machine and he's tricking me into being stuck in another timeline? Or, but yeah, Khaiden, it truly is a great relief to me that you came. I was trying to take a screenshot without dialogue. I will answer any questions you may have. Is there anything you wish to know? What happened to the real professor, exactly? As I explained to you before, the original professor no longer exists. During the destruction of the research station, his physical body received grievous injuries that left it unable to sustain life. I am afraid that this fact may be difficult for his son Arven to accept. I now manage the Zero Lab in the original professor's place. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is this time machine? The time machine is a device that the original professor and I worked on together. It sends Pokeballs to a different point on the timeline to catch Pokemon there, and it can then draw them back here to the present. That's how they do it! That's kind of crazy, but it's the safest way, you would think. But of course, it's going to be prone to error. I should have realized it would be something like that. I was just picturing them coming out of a portal and then they tried to catch them, but yeah. That would be worse, I think, but when he was alive, Professor Turo had a great fascination with Pokemon from another age. What you might call future Pokemon. Even as we speak, the time machine continues to automatically draw future Pokemon to this time. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is an AI, really? An AI is an artificial intelligence created by a human being. A computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all of my thoughts and actions. The results of those calculations are expressed by this mechanical body, built to resemble the professor in every way. Humanity does not, in fact, possess the knowledge to develop such a sophisticated AI at present. But the crystals that make up the Zero Lab have made such a thing possible here. I was thinking, because if he was gonna say the future technology made it possible, then what did the AI Sada say in Scarlet? But the crystals make it so that you can say the same explanation for both games, because there was an ancient civilization. Like, wait, the implications you're making. Nah. Better this way, I think. They are also why I cannot leave this place. Right. What is it you really want? The original professor had a dream of a world in which future Pokemon might live alongside present-day Pokemon in harmony. But these Pokemon have gained a strange power due to their adaptations in the distant future. And this power has proved too terrible. Their very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this current age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. Right, I think I'm remembering from what I've seen on other people's streams and stuff. The original Professor Turo or Sada, depending on the game, was harsh. They were nice. Like, Arven had a point. Like, they were kind of leaning into that evil scientist territory. Kinda, but not fully there. Or maybe they did. Let's see the rest of the dialogue, but yeah. And then, in this case, in Violet, Sada walked out because she wasn't like that. It would be the other way around. Turo would be the good one, and Sada would be the obsessive one. Unethical, immoral one, let's say, for the sake of science, right? Over in Scarlet. But yeah, that might be it. Might be it. I still need to learn better ways to modulate my voice. I feel like I need more water. I'm not like, my throat doesn't hurt or anything, but it feels like much more on the rougher side now already. Anyway. At present, The barrier around Area 0 is still working to keep the future Pokemon from escaping into the rest of Paldea. But we've begun to see Pokemon appear that can break the barrier, such as Iron Treads. Eventually they will break free of this wall garden known as Area 0 and run rampant across the Paldea region. When they do, the rich and varied ecosystem of Paldea will be trampled beneath their coming. I may have been created as a copy of the Professor, and yet I cannot seem to find the logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope of preventing it would require overcoming the greatest AI that the original Professor ever devised. Wait, what do you mean, Khaiden? You have become a formidable trainer. Now use that strength you have gained to destroy the dream Turo once cherished. Very well. I appreciate your willingness to help. I kinda wanted to say no now, but we have reached the lowest level. Whew. This will be something else. I've been looking forward to this. Maybe I can say my powers have doubled since the last time we met, Miraidon. Good! Twice the pride, double the fall! Anyway. Let's see. Behold. This is a time machine we perfected using the power of the terrestrial phenomenon. You know what it looks like? It looks like one of those podiums where you induct your Pokemon into the Hall of Fame after beating the champion in previous games. And yeah, I just realized that, I think yesterday or the other day or something, we never did get that because we have this after the Pokemon League, after everything, but you know, Pokemon League is one of them. And yeah, there was no Hall of Fame ceremony. We can call it a ceremony pretty much. Like, I get the feeling we'll have maybe somehow something like that after all this. Bam 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 bam, bam 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 bam. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here we go. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the Professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Violet Book. It was very like the Professor to put the final key we would need in that book of all places. He loved that volume since childhood. If you place the Violet Book upon the pedestal here, you will be able to stop the time machine. There is just one issue. If you try to stop the time machine, I will most likely attack you. Ah, okay. It was never an evil AI, it's just... Okay, I get it now. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. AI Turo. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of all the battles carried out by the various champions of the Paldea region. Does it include mine? If it doesn't, then... Having seen the bond between you and your Pokemon, however, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Violet Book upon the pedestal. Look, I don't know how much sentience there is in you, Alturo? AI Turo? Ituro? But it was nice knowing you, my friend. We'll remember you as well, okay? Because this is the last we're saying goodbye to him. The Berserk version of him we're gonna fight, if we can call it that. Different story. See, I actually don't know what Pokemon he has. I mean, back just in time? Yeah, missed. Just in time. And I know it's gotta be Miraidon as for one of them, but I don't know if it's gonna be a full party. It's gotta be. But that's great that I don't know which Pokemon is gonna come out first. No reason to change Spectre. We have some nice levels. 69 here, Kishi, Ichimonji. Mojang, Ishisutai, Khaiden close to it. Or the memes I could use experience candies to get them there, but it's okay. Yosh. 最後の戦いの時。ファイナルバトルの時。行くぞ。ID confirmed. Professor Turo. Access granted. Initiating emergency shutdown. Please wait. Please wait. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. Here we go. It is up to you now, Khaiden. AI Turo switch into sleep mode. Activating offensive protocols. Oh, please. Defeat me. Oh! So good. So good. At last. At last, my dream is within reach. And you're not getting in the way. There's something of the original Turo in there, I think. He really was a mad scientist. Or an evil one. Music. Iron Moth, okay. I'm guessing it's I'm thinking it's Steel type. I'm thinking it's Steel Fire. I actually don't remember. Don't know. Woo! I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals. Ah, so good! So damn good. I need to listen to this again for sure. Do we want to start with a Confused Ray? Let's go for it. Discharge. Here comes the music! Yes! This is the power the distant future holds. Splendid, isn't it? I'm trying to sound kind of mechanical. Kind of like there's glitches in between what I'm saying. Hopefully it comes across that way. You may be robotic, but you can still get confused by a nasty little Confused Ray. What should we do? Let's try Bitter Blade. Hopefully it doesn't get resisted. Depends on its types. It's not a Bug Fire type. I have to think it retains the Fire type, or I may have seen it and I'm remembering. I've seen the types of the Paradox Pokemon, I just can't remember. Why don't we try a full restore now? I think it's a good time for it. It's gotta be a good time for it. Let's not be too frugal with those. Paralyzed, need to recover health. Might be a bit overkill. Nah. It's the final battle. The final battle. Of vanilla, anyway. Full restore. Oh, yeah. 20 of them, like, come on, now's the time. There you go, my dear Spectre. Hopefully the confusion comes through and we don't receive more damage, right? That's what we're relying on. It's always gonna be 50-50 with confusion, but it's fun. It's fun. That's the thing about it. I don't think I'm replacing it anytime soon. In many ways, it is viable in competitive, quote-unquote competitive. So we want to try Shadow Claw now. Oh yeah, I didn't pay attention. Bitter Blade was neutral damage, right? Nice. There's the confusion. Shadow Claw! Bitter Blade is great because we recover. We have a health drain, but... Mojang. Iron Thorns. Okay. So Iron Thorns will be Steel Fighting. No, wait. Which one was Thorns? No, that's Threats I'm thinking about. Which one is Iron Thorns? I'm gonna try to remember on my own. Chat, Tajigen, this time I'm requesting you not to tell me. Don't help me with this. Don't backseat me with this, okay? In a way, spoilers in this case. Yeah, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm gonna try to guess myself. Iron Thorns. And, you know, influence my Pokemon that's about to come out. Thorns. I can't remember. Wait, Tyranitar? Is it future Tyranitar? Because I think it might be. Electric Rock, is it? Electric Rock. Let's give it a try. Hopefully I'm getting it right. If it is what I think it is. Professor Turo. AI Turo looks so cool. Wait! Got it right. Is every single Pokemon of his inside a Master Ball? Damn. Damn. Oh my god, look at that. So many screenshots. How many have I taken today already? Well, let's give it a try with that Earthquake. Ah, yes, I should have known it would have its own Earthquake too. It's based on Tyranitar. Do you imagine you can best the wealth of data at my disposal with your human brain? But yeah, you know, Tyranitar comes from rock ground Pokemon. So there's that. Now this is interesting. Child, do you actually understand future Pokemon's weaknesses? He said. I kinda do, AI Turo. evil AI Turo. You will know the copyrighted song the moment you hear it because it has lyrics and it's coming up soon. Oh, I completely forgot about that, Mist. Thanks for reminding me. No! I don't want to mute it. I'm going to reduce the volume as much as I can. This, yeah, that's the way we can do this. Just... Yeah, okay. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Come on, Nintendo. Come on, Game Freak. It says Pokemon Violet. Category Gaming. It has the category and all that. Anyway. We'll survive that earthquake. My dear Mojang, you're a tanky badass of a Pokemon. We got this. And that Iron Thorns is not. The level difference is not that great, I think. We're in the 60s. The levels, I mean. Nice level up for Khaiden, speaking of which. We're gonna keep using... Wow, pardon me. Sorry if you kind of hear the sounds of swallowing and all that. Iron Hands, now we know for sure that's future Hariyama. It's gotta be electric fighting, right? Yeah, I'm remembering now. I think it is electric fighting. Okay, let's try it with Ishizu. It doesn't have a lot of ground damage. It's just what Mojang had right there. And oftentimes a fighting type will have knock off, some dark move to counter psychic types. We'll see what it is like with Iron Hands though. You know what to do, my dear Ishizu. Oh, wait. Next turn. Okay, fake out. Makes sense. Lumina Crash! Crash! Can we see the level of that Iron Hands? I gotta guess we're not that far away from it anyway. Do it again, my friend. Lumina Crash! Iron Hands. Defeat it! Taos. I know you, Iron Jugulus. I don't know its type entirely, though. Dark has got to be one of them. Ishizu wouldn't be in a good place, all things considered. I have to think... It has Levitate as an ability. Oh, but wait, no. I'm thinking low kick. It kicks it low, so Levitate wouldn't make it work. No, that's for grab moves. It's not the same thing, but... Okay, let's give it a try like this. Fine. I look so cool in this place. Being my usual cool self with that fantastic outfit, don't I? Sasiga kono ore-sama. I match your energy. AI Turo. Berserk AI Turo. Yeah, level 66. There we go. We do see it there. It says effective. Ice Spinner is super effective, so it retains the Dragon type. I don't think it retains the Dark type, but of course it makes sense that it can still learn it, right? So at least we have Ice Spinner, but let's see if the damage is even decent here. All right. Oh, you know what? Oh, okay. Flying on fighting, it was a crit. But you know what? Just as calculated. A critical hit to your Pokemon. This time you simply gave up, child. As calculated, huh? We'll revive you, Kishi, don't you worry. You can make a comeback. Okay. What was I gonna say? I completely forgot. Anyway, we should come out. We don't want to do fighting anymore. Well, Ishizu would have Dazzling Gleam, right? But ugh. I do need to take some turns to heal and or revive. We have max revives. What to do here? It doesn't have Dark type, so Bug wouldn't be... Well, let's see. I should have checked the Pokedex. That's what I was going to say, yeah, because I think I could have checked in the Pokedex. It was already registered to have that, and that's why we can see this. So, we gotta try Lunge. Lunge for it, Ichimonji. Oh, I'm an idiot. Your trainer is an idiot, Ichimonji. I forgot he just used a flying move on me. Damn it. Also, yeah, I was hoping Ichimonji would be faster. That's a shame. The Life Orb also throws a wrench into things. I don't think we should switch out, though. I don't know. Excellent. Ichimonji, well done. Ah! I knew I made a good decision. Not switching you out right there, my friend. Well done. It's Dark Flying. It's Dragon Flying type, isn't it? So Ice Spinner would have been double super effective. I'm sorry about the life or faint right there, my dear Ichimonji. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Oh, it's not telling me what the next Pokemon is gonna be either way. No, wait, it might tell me after this. Somebody's gonna need a max revive. Iron Bundle. Ah! This is not good. Not against Spectre. Should I Terrastalize? Because it's gonna probably be Miraidon versus Miraidon. There's no Terrastalization going on there, is there? I think I should. I'm gonna do it. So that we prevent that situation where water will be super effective against Spectre, though it may not use it. Actually, I'm not sure. You can tell me in the chat, Tajigen. You don't have to, but you can tell me this. Because it's gotta be Miraidon after this. Or we take a turn for a max revive. I feel like getting Ichimonji to revive would be good. I'm gonna take a turn for that. We'll see. Waterfalls. Now, okay, Spectre, you did well. You did well. I will let it be a surprise. Okay, best. So, yeah, because I still want to Terrastalize here. And yeah, as an ice water type, I mean, we would. Well, yeah, Khaiden is faster. We gotta try it. They can both hit each other super effectively. So yeah, let's give it a try, my friend. Khaiden, the reliable partner. You know what time it is. This is actually the first time in the stream we're using Thunderbolt, huh? Let's give it a try. Ikuzen! Sanda! Borto! Owarida! That's what I was hoping for, my dear reliable partner. Namesake. Iron Valiant. Okay, I think I know how it's gonna be then. Miraidon is after these 6 battles. These 6 Pokemon battle each other, I mean. Iron Valiant. What was Iron Valiant again? Wasn't it based on like... No, wait, is that the one based on Gallade Gardevoir? Is Fairy Fighting? Fairy Fighting... Ichimonji wouldn't be a good idea. Let's keep Khaiden out. Let's keep Khaiden out. Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0. Or is that based on one of those 3 Musketeer legendary Pokemon? Or okay, I was right. It's gotta be Fairy Fighting then. It's time for a Flying type move. The booster energy was used up. What the heck is that? It's the Quark Drive thing. Attack was heightened. I don't like the look of that. See, I don't want to make it lose its Flying type without Terrastalization. So what to do here, right? The worst kind of AI, overconfident AI. Hey, to be fair, he's giving me a tough time. Much tougher time than Penny, Nemana, Arven did, Gita, though to be fair, for some of them I was a bit over-leveled. Well, we gotta try Air Cutter. Ikuzen! Air Cutter! Good damage, beautiful. Spirit Break. That's a fighting move, not a good idea. Still great damage, especially because its attack increased. Finish it, Khaiden. Air Cutter! It's the end. Or is it the end? Should have Terrastalized. Ooh, Ichimonji level 70. Impossible. Oh my god. All this music, so damn good. The motif that fits the whole crystal look the game has is so perfect. They did a perfect job with it. Now it's all obsidian. Ooh, this is more my kind of lighting. Ooh. It became gothic now. I like it. Yeah, because it's purple and black everywhere now. Khaiden! I can explain, Arven. He already suspected it, I think. What is this? Did you already beat all the baddies without me? One more left. Okay. Out with it, you. Who are you really? No, Arven, you didn't get to meet the good version. Thank you for everything. The time machine has finally... He has finally been stopped. You're really not my dad, are you? Oh, look how big you've grown. Oh my god. So proud of you, my... Sorry you were alone so long. Dad? I didn't know this part. Security system failure, security system failure. Hey, I like this color scheme as well. Yeah. Threat to time machine detected. Threat to time machine detected. Whoa. What's going on now? Is another army of Pokemon on its way here? It cannot be. Ooh. Even he looks a bit more purple now. It's gotta be probably orange or scarlet, right? For Pokemon Scarlet. This is where Miraidon figures into it, but an obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. Whoa. What was keeping the time machine running truly all the professor cared about? Locking all Pokeballs except those registered to Turo's ID. Ah, this is where Miraidon does. Come in. Wait, what? Program initializing, gathering terrestrial energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. Oh my god. You must run! Arven! All AI Turo disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initialized. Blimey. Paradise Protection Protocol. Yeah, it's just the body of AI Turo. Oh, this is done so well. You are not getting in my way. You are challenged by AI Turo. Look at the glitches. No. The Paradise Protection Protocol. The true final villain of this game. I didn't know that. The PPP, huh? Not big enough. Bring it on. Bring it on, PPP. No, it's not gonna come out. I was like surprised for a moment. I'm like, oh, I can use my Spectre? Wait. That's the problem. Wait, what the heck am I supposed to do? You can't battle without a Pokemon on the field. We can try to punch it. It's true. Pokeballs won't work. How are we even supposed to battle? I can see Nemana being like, trying to punch or kick something, but maybe not. It's all about my dear Miraidon coming out. I guess we tried to run, right? But running away would put everyone else in danger. Yeah, some crazy electrical signal is jamming our Pokeballs. Even I can get them open. This is so good though. I love what they did here. That's not gonna work. You can't switch Pokemon. That's totally cheating. And you call yourself an adult? No, it's not an adult. That's not a human. There's no concept like that. I don't know. I tried to use a max revive, I guess, but yeah. Just gotta keep doing things until it tells me I can't do this, I can't do that. What am I supposed to do now? I'm supposed to find a way to take Miraidon out, right? What would be the way of doing it? Swap in the 7th Pokemon. Oh, dude. The animation they made for this. So damn good. Turns out there is such a thing as a 7th member of the Pokemon party. I love this game. I love this game. Here we go. Miraidon. This is gonna be a tough battle though. This is gonna be a tough battle. Yosh! Ikuzo! Aibo! Let's go, partner. Show that jerk. I mean, what would have happened if this Miraidon had won against that Miraidon? That Miraidon would have run away and would be the good Miraidon, and this Miraidon would have been the bad one? It was a territorial battle, supposedly. But nah. Let's say it wasn't like that, right? Miraidon! The superstar of the cover of this game. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Level 70 versus level 70. It's gotta be that. Come on. Listen to this. Oh, electric terrain. To energize his futuristic engine. Miraidon, the Guardian of Paradise. Lakuen Janai. It is not Paradise. We have Endure. Right. I'll have to be very strategic about that. Oh my god. This is one of those times in which X moves are actually good. So, what type is Miraidon? Hold on. Can I check? Electric Dragon. An electric move is a terrible idea. It's just... The user races forward at ultra fast speed, speeds and historical features electricity. This move's power boosts more than usual if it's a super effective hit. It's not gonna be super effective. It's gonna be resisted twice, actually. It's gonna be worse. So Power Jam, but what to do? I don't think we should do Terra Blast, but... We gotta try Electro Drift. I gotta see. Ah, not gonna let me use Endure. That's not good. I gotta boost special defense. It's gonna attack with special attack, so... Electro Drift! The Fast and the Furious. It changed into its battle form! Let's go, Miraidon! You got this! Thank you, Nemana. We have to boost defenses, my friend. I hope it doesn't attack with physical attack. You will fall here within this garden paradise and achieve nothing in the end. That's not Professor Turo. Or actually, maybe it is like something from the original Professor Turo, right? Not AI Turo. It's saying Professor Turo and not AI Turo. Nice. Power Gem is special. I think it has the same attacks. So it will be problematic to have to deal with Endure, maybe. You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise. Obstacles to my goals will be eliminated. Charge. Oh, it is different. That's not good. We might want to do Endure here. No, it charges his next electric move as well, right? Or something like that. Miraidon shook off the taunt. This looks like it could be bad. Hang in there, Khaiden. Thanks, Benny. Okay. Because I kind of want to try Endure, but... Give it a try, my friend. Give it a try. The data say I am the superior. Fall and become a foundation upon which my dream may be built. Brace yourselves. Hyper Beam, huh? Oh, it did do the classic 8-bit sound a little bit. You took that hit like a champ! You can do this! I know you can! Endure wasn't necessary, but special attack rising sharply is great. I gotta take this turn to recover though. Max potion, baby. Let's go. Would be nice to take the opportunity to hit it. It's recharging after that hyper, right? But it's time to recover for sure. So yeah. Oh man, can we really not pull off a win here? This doesn't look good. Hey, Khaiden, your Terra Orb's glowing. Already, huh? Alright. Khaiden, Miraidon, terrestrialize and finish this off. I was wondering if they would make it so that they give you the tools, no matter what, to be able to win this battle. Yeah. Rising up. Stats rising up. Let's go. It's a lot like Terra Raids. It's a lot like that Gym Leader Rhyme fight. Okay. There's gotta be Terra Blast. It will be super effective. I don't want that Miraidon to terrestrialize and hit me with a dragon move and have that super effective damage. Let's do it first. Terra time, my dear partner. Let's go! Cho Henshin! Kyukyoku no Henshin. Terra! Oh yes. Terra Blasto! Finish it, my dear partner! Come on! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Finish it, I said, and finish it, you did! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ore tachi no kachi. Our victory. You defeated the Paradise Protection Protocol. My goodness. My goodness. You did it! It's not going berserk anymore? How? Is AI Turo again? How very astounding. Wait, AI Turo still... are you okay, AI Turo? To think that you would manage to defy even the original professor's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes, a completely unforeseen outcome, even for an AI possessing the most sophisticated technology ever conceived. He'll still be alive? Ooh, I actually didn't expect this. I didn't know this would happen. I like that I didn't know. What follows from here, though? With Arvin especially. Even on the brink of despair, you children did not give in, and instead prove your worthiness. Showing the wisdom to think for yourselves, the courage to hold faith in your friends, and the fortitude to do what had to be done. It's a Triforce, baby. We have a Triforce of our own, and it's a Triple Crown, the power of the Triple Crown Championship. The Paldean Triple Crown Championship. True superstar power, baby. Let's go. Why am I saying baby so much? No matter how challenging, no matter how challenging of a future may await you, I believe you will be capable of walking whatever paths you choose for yourselves now, with pride. I thank you, Khaiden. I thank all of you, children. Wish it didn't make a sound. I'm sorry about all the camera shot sounds, but I gotta take the screenshots. But I am afraid that the time machine cannot be put to a complete stop so long as I am here. At least he gets to say a more proper goodbye. It appears I myself am part of the system that ensures the machine reboots when stopped. Huh? What does that mean? I am sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied you your freedom, the way that you came together, working in league with your fellows and caring for them, the way that you sought strength and to better yourself, throwing all you are into your battles, the way that you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved, the way that you never ceased to seek, nor to fight for, a treasure all your own. And the way that you soar free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I wish that I too might be as free as you all, free to seek out that which I might treasure above all else, not bound. Oh my god, getting so deep. Your own treasure. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I've made a decision. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of the future that I have dreamed of. Ooh, omoshiroi. I wasn't expecting that, actually. What? You can't just leave now? Right when we finally reach you? See, I think Nemona and Penny, or at least Nemona... No, Penny would know by now, but seeing the way he's behaving, but I think I can see Nemona still thinking it's the original professor and not an AI. Not a robot. I don't know. I am not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that future world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure? Arvin, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Your father truly loves you. You can't. You can't just go and say a thing like that now. No, I suppose you're right. I am sorry. Arvin, Miraidon, Khaiden, it is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Dad! Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. Whoa. Stylish. Stylish out of nowhere, kind of. Ah, kakkoi. It is very cool, though. It hits well too because it fits the futuristic theme of the game. But it's gotta be the same with Sada. AI Sada, that is. I Sada. Al Sada. Yeah. You can form words with them in a way. Oh, this is so cool. I have so many new wallpapers. I really do. Man. So damn good. So damn good. Ah. How could you just go? He had to. That. I haven't even explained to him what happened to the original Tura. The noble sacrifice he made for the Miraidon we have. He would play Miraidon even more, kind of. But he's more mature than that now. It's just, oof, man. Poor Arvin. Arvin, you okay, bud? Yeah. Somewhere deep down, I kind of already knew it. In many ways, Arvin has huge protagonist energy because of all this. I knew that thing was fake, but when it said my name, using his voice and wearing his face, even if it was fake, it felt real, you know? And so Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. We're all best friends now, especially after going through this experience, right? Including you, Miraidon. I guess Miraidon is sad too. Oh, but that battle form! How cool is that? It's so strong! Looking amazing, my dear partner. If it tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it's huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die. Hey now, let's not skip over the big win here. Khaiden and Miraidon just saved all of Paldea. Damn right we did. That's right. You both did amazing. Thanks, Khaiden. Yeah, that's my blood, Khaiden, for you. Yeah, you know it. You know, Arvin, even though the professor's gone, I bet he's finally having a real fun adventure of his own in the future. In a way. But yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Benny. Yeah. Sorry. What should we do now, Khaiden? What? Why are you letting me decide? But, yeah. This is called The Way Home, so... let's go home. You said it! Come on, everyone! Let's make our way home. Besties, besties, all of you, all of you. All of you. Now, think a song is incoming, right? What to do here, what to do here, how to handle this. Well, I think I'll just heavily reduce the volume maybe, or something. I don't know. Something like that. But a great way to end the game. The way home. Okay, everybody, listen up! What is it? Let's take the long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure. I don't really... Sounds great. If we can load up those snacks first, I'm in. I think Arvin said it? Hey, Khaiden, not you too, huh? I just never had a good voice for Arvin, I feel like. Hopefully I've been reading his dialogue recently. Oh, alright, fine. I guess we're doing this. When I see my player character way more expressive, it feels great. Like, these cutscenes are special like that. Nice. Happy ending. For now. Because things will still happen. Okay, so I'm going to severely reduce the volume. Bam, 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 bam. I don't want to mute it completely, but it feels like maybe I should do that. I think I should just mute it. Okay. It's just, hey, it's very solemn, very much like that. I'll take Mist's warning. I'll take the warning Mist gave me about the potential issues. Streamer things, you know? Occupational hazard. Look at the team start stuff right there. I should take screenshots of this too, but... Well, this is something that I can find, you know, just in a YouTube video. If I can sort of crop the screen or something, and yeah. Like if I really wanted it as a wallpaper or part of a wallpaper. If I had a textless version of it, right? One without the credits. Many wallpapers work well, because if you only have one thing on one side of the screen, that's okay. Like you have your icons on one side and then the actual things on the other, right? Many of my thumbnails can work well like that in a textless version, which I have been keeping. The journey has taken us quite a while, right? See, it's only been, when I say like this, only, right? It's only been like 4.5 months, but man, so much has happened in them on and off the stream. And not just on Pokemon Violet, but like other things at 14 and all that too, right? Yeah, Iona City. Feels weird to take a screenshot and not to hear the little camera shot. Oh yes, that definitely deserves a screenshot. Hold on. I'm gonna keep increasing the volume here and there just to hear a bit. I don't know. I feel like I want to hear a little bit of this at least. Hopefully my speaking helps. Bam 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 bam. I'll have to just listen to this afterwards. Take a look at the credits. Sorry, we kind of had to do it like this. I'm trying to remember. What is it that we did at the beginning of Knights of the Old Republic when we had the Star Wars song, you know? The Star Wars song. Yeah, even something as low as this can be too much. So it's still there in the background, but it's so low right now that... Well, it's something. I wanted to maybe play other music. Hopefully you're not hearing like now too much background noise from my end or something. If the song does stop halfway through the credits, then yeah, we can maybe increase the volume again. But here we are though, we finally reached this point. 12 streams to get to this point is a nice sounding number at least. Like, yeah, so something feels like an epic journey about it. Not a bad number. Stream number 10, boom, we do the last gym, the last Titan, the last Team Star crew. Stream number 11 right after that. The things that follow right after. Finishing every quest line, and then number 12, boom, this. That worked out nicely. Now, let's talk about the DLC, Tajigen. I haven't acquired it yet, but I should be able to. Maybe I should buy it already for the next stream, but we're actually not going to get into it already. It's not yet the time for that. I think there's still a few other post-game things. I kind of don't want to buy it and do those things without it, because I feel like, I don't know, I'll kind of do something that I don't want to do yet related to it, and it's meant to be for later, but I don't know. We'll see. But from what I understand, there are some post-game things. Like, we still have to face time, and I still have to take my revenge. She was an a-hole. Like, what was the reason why I hated her again? Oh yeah, she was just unfair to Director Clavel. And then she's all nice, and she pretends to be all a nice teacher, and nah. I'm gonna kick your ass for that. I hate her. Oh, Ed Sheeran, Celestial. Didn't even realize that's Ed Sheeran. They got Ed Sheeran here. I like that. I don't know much about Ed Sheeran music, though. Nah, I don't think I would have recognized his voice either way. I would say this is the first Ed Sheeran song I'm hearing in full, but we're not actually hearing it, are we? What a mess. But I'm glad they got this. Can't wait to see what they do in Legend CA. Thank you, treasure friends. Alright. Volume is back. Yeah. Picture with the besties. What a great way to end it here. Nice. And I am happy with this outfit. I'm glad we got this outfit for it. Ooh, what is this cutscene? Is it a cutscene? Calling students to the director's office. Master Khaiden, Miss Nemona, Master Arven, and Miss Penny. I wonder why. Director Clavel would like to see you in his office. I wonder why. I wonder why. Have we done anything extraordinary recently? Have we done anything like unusual recently? You would be aware of it in some way, I think. If you select Raiden while the main menu is open, you can now have it change between its battle form and its right form. I assume I go all the way down here, right? It would have to replace a member of the party, I imagine? I just love how he became... Well, it became, sorry. How Miraidon became the 7th Pokemon. At some point, we needed to have a 7th. Like the 6th Ranger, there's Yin and Yang, but then there's a 3rd beyond Yin and Yang. There's something beyond them both, right? The 3 Musketeers, but then there's D'Artagnan. The 4th Musketeer, sort of. I always loved that. And I think it happened here in a way. Has it happened before in a Pokemon game? Because I think this is the first instance, but I might be wrong. Anyway, I know we're close to the end here. We are going to do this. Just allow me to take the human vessel on a quick bio break. It won't be long. It won't be long as the last one. Because of what I think is going to happen next in the game and all that, but we'll be right back. Okay, Tajigen? Stay tuned. Omatase. Thanks for waiting. Omatase shimashita. Well, it is good to take a breather after what we just experienced, huh? Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, having to like lower the volume, mute the music for the credits. Didn't make it any less epic, climactic. I feel like I need more words sometimes. Epic, climactic sounds too overused. Well, maybe not climactic, but like, yeah. And it's like, there could be words that make it fit even better, but I'm not sure. Hello, Director Clavel. Something you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? What brings me to your office? Ha! Looks like the hero's finally here. Nah, you three are great too. I get it, but come on. Would you join us, Master Khaiden? We're in for an earful, aren't we? Guess we'll find out soon enough. No need for concern, you two. I'm not angry in the slightest. I merely called you all here to discuss your fine achievements in this year's treasure hunt. You shut down the Professor's time machine, and thus prevented the Pokemon from the future from running rampant across Paldea. Your actions were truly outstanding in every regard, and I couldn't be prouder of you all. Though your decision to enter a strictly off-limits area was admittedly regrettable. You got us there. However, since this was necessary to protect Paldea and its precious ecosystems, I am willing to overlook that particular point. So we're not getting raked over the coals after all. Oh, before I forget, Master Khaiden, there's something I would like you to have. Each of your friends has received one already, so this one is for you. It's a Master Ball, isn't it? Where? What Pokemon? When are we gonna use this? I don't know. It's probably gonna be a shiny. When are we gonna use it otherwise, right? I don't know. A roaming legendary that runs away. That tends to be the one that gets it. But yeah, like, I'm gonna be super frugal with this. That's probably a good one to use it on. Feel free to tell me in the chat or comments, as long as it's not a story spoiler, because I can see that involving story spoilers. I'll be as stingy with it as I can be. I'll tell you that. Or yeah, shiny. I can definitely see it being a shiny that can run away, that can use roar, that can use self-destruct, explosion. I may not know though. If I see a shiny Electrode, okay, I'm probably suspecting an explosion there, or self-destruct, but I may not know other Pokemon have it, right? I could see Glimmora having it, but I'm not sure. So I may encounter a shiny Glimmora, and then we waste the opportunity to use the Master Ball. It wouldn't be the end of the world if I miss like a shiny Glimmora or something. I don't know. Maybe I do find that shiny Pumpkaboo or Gourgeist somehow. There it is. Oh, and about the Hall of Fame badge I gave you a short while ago. That gift is one we bestow only upon students who achieve truly remarkable feats. Oh, when did he give it to me? We need to wear that. I need to wear that. I expect you to honor what that badge represents by striving always to serve as a model for your fellow students. You can count on me. Splendid. Such enthusiasm will surely take you far in life. Okay, wait. I think it's the UVA Academy badge. I have to put it on. Give me a second. I'm not frozen, I'm not dropping frames. Or I mean I am, but not because I'm having a glitch. I'm adding it to my props. And I'm also gonna see what I can do, because I'd have to replace the ghost badge, and I don't want to do that. I think I know what I'm gonna do, but give me a second. Just gonna take a moment. Actually, yeah, let me zoom in as I usually do. Don't worry. You'll be able to see me fully in a second. I think I know how I'm gonna do this. I think. Just to make sure it's a decent size. It is a different resolution than the others, though. It might look a little bit different, but maybe not. I think that will do. I gotta make sure it sticks. It gets like pinned on top, more than having it be all floaty and stuff. There we go. I think I got it. Not sure if you can tell, but it's the top badge now. The UVA Academy badge. Actually, let me show you a little bit more from here. Sorry it gets a little bit silent, but can you tell it's there? Covered a little bit by... There we go. I'm a proud student of UVA Academy. Yes, I will be a model student, director. Absolutely, I will be, because I love this school. Best school life ever. Except for time, you need to fire That excuse of a teacher. To be fair, she's a decent teacher, but she's tricking the students with trick questions. Do you really want that? And then calling you out for BS. You didn't do anything wrong with that. Like, what is that nonsense? Like, getting angry like that? Nah. Unfair. I'm gonna kick her ass when I finally fight her. Oh, yes. Splendid. Such enthusiasm will surely take you far in life. I like how it seemed like it was a response to what I just said about time. Anyway, let's continue. And Master Arvin, I was so sorry to hear about the professor. You have my deepest condolences. Well. Yeah, it was pretty rough when I found out my dad had died. But weirdly enough, my head actually feels clear now. For the first time in ages. In the Great Crater, I got to learn a bit about my dad's research and what he was trying to achieve down there. You have to imagine in the ultimate version of the story, as I keep calling it. I just keep calling it that. Or I could say something like blended version, combined version, mixed version, fused version of the story. In that version of the story, he loses both of his parents and is orphaned. Like, damn, that's gotta be even tougher. Because, yeah, it would be both Sada and Turo who are out. I guess if you're building something as mind-blowing as a time machine, that takes priority over showering your son with attention, huh? All I know is I'm done feeling like some lost little kid. Done. Time to say goodbye and move on. I'm gonna enjoy every last day till graduation with my buds here, and my boss, of course. Well said, Master Arvin. You truly are your father's son. Of course, I must remind you that you've nowhere near enough credits to graduate. You'll need to study frantically to catch up, but I have every expectation of your success. What? Nah, that's okay. You'll have more school days to look forward to. Now you take it easy. Kind of. And let us not forget the other good news. Our academy has a new champion. Though we sadly cannot make your valiant deeds in the Great Crater known to the public, your new champion rank, at least, should be celebrated throughout the whole school. Yeah, celebrate me! Oh yes. Oh, I know how we should celebrate! We should hold a Pokemon battle contest! This is the post-game thing I was talking about. I think it is actually gonna happen. And that's where the professors come in. One of them is Time. I'm gonna kick her ass. This is gonna be a personal one. It's not just a match for the tournament. No. This is a feud. This is an emotional, one with personal business. That kind of pro wrestling feud almost, right? Oh yes. Seriously? Could we not? Classic Nemana. A Pokemon battle contest, you say? While your own vested interests in such a venture are more than apparent, Miss Nemana, I think it's a fine idea. But please understand that a large-scale event will be quite beyond us, with many other school activities to keep an eye on, after all. Pardon my intrusion, I couldn't help but overhear. This better not be Time. Gita! Okay, that works. The Pokemon League will, of course, happily lend a hand in organizing this contest. La Primera! Well, a most kind offer, Chairwoman Gita. I do everything in my power to nurture young, up-and-coming talent. Yeah, and to strong-arm them. Don't think I'm forgetting about this, Gita. To strong-arm kindergarten-age children into labor. But sure. Though that's not to say only the youth have promise when it comes to Pokemon battles. A former gym leader, the developer of the Pokédex app, this academy clearly counts many skilled trainers of Pokemon among its staff. Yeah, that former gym leader. I may hate you, Gita, I hate her more. Maybe. As such, my suggestion is as follows. Students and staff should compete for the title of strongest trainer at the academy. Whoa, we get to battle the teachers! You'd compete too, right, Primera? Oh, she shouldn't, right? Is that even allowed? The chairwoman's not part of the academy, right? Actually, I think she's the chairwoman of the school board, as well as of the Pokemon League. Wait, for real? I mean, I knew she was at another level, but wow. Thank you for the invitation, Champion Nemana. I would gladly take up your kind offer to compete alongside you all, but I'm afraid my schedule is already packed tight with work that I simply must attend to. Aw, can't you free up some time somehow? Well, I suppose I might be able to participate, If Champion Khaiden would agree to lend me a hand with my work. I know what this is leading to. Okay, I know this too. This is where you get to fight the gym leaders again! And this is great too. Yeah, this is great too. Because it's going to be the inspection. I didn't know this. I kind of hate that I spoiled this, but I kind of needed to see some things about the post-game. I think this is when I was researching... Yeah, I overdid it a little bit, because I think it was when I was researching whether you can get Team Star cosmetics, you know? And I guess I couldn't resist looking at a bit more, and that's... Or maybe, I don't know if it was that, but that's how I found out how the rematches happen. You're going to be helping Gita with her work because she's got to battle the gym leaders to inspect that, you know, they're still up to standards. And they're going to bring an even greater team than they ever did against you in the original battle. And, well, makes sense. I kind of like it. That's not Gita strong-arming anyone. To be fair, that's normal gym leader champion stuff, I think. I'd be happy to help. Excellent answer. Much obliged, Champion Khaiden. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. I'm supposed to hate her for strong-arming people, including a toddler, pretty much. How old is Poppy? She's like 5, I don't know. Anyway, to get straight to it, I would like you to go out and inspect Paldia's various gems in my set. Are they fulfilling their duties as beacons of strength and inspiration for all those aiming to achieve champion rank? Or has their brilliance started to fade? To find this out, I ask that you bring your full might as champion to bear against each of the gym leaders and test their prowess in battle. They are all trainers of exceptional talent, handpicked by me personally. Yeah. Also, forced into being a gym leader, but yeah. I do not expect you'll find any cracks in their armor, but, well, consider it a formality. This will also provide the perfect stage for your first appearance as a new champion. Since all the gym leaders will still be expecting me to carry out the inspection, I imagine they'll have mustered their full strength. I dare say they might be more of a challenge than when you faced them before. You get to have all-out battles with the gym leaders! Man, I'm jealous. I know you are, Nemana. Yeah. Now then, on to another crucial matter. I'd like to discuss with Penny here how to patch the weaknesses in our league point system. But there's a bunch of anime I've missed that I was just gonna binge. Oh my god. Ah, Penny, you're the best! Thank you in advance for your willing and eager cooperation. The dark side of Gita. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, do it. I'll help. Let me help. To be fair, Penny did kind of do something wrong, but Gita, I don't know, man. It's gonna be personal against her as well. I'm actually surprised she might be in the tournament. I was not fully aware of that, but that'll be interesting. Excellent. We'll leave you all to it then. Come now, Penny. Ah, Penny! Hopefully she gets to binge the anime. Ah, so much anime I do need to binge. So much. I'm not caught up with it at all. I'm not the type to just watch anime because it's anime, right? I've said it before, but there was more than a bit that I was interested in. Some recent, some not even recent. I'm just not the type to be sitting down and watching things anymore, man. I feel like I lose so much time. I don't waste time, obviously. It's not a waste. But I do lose it. Lose it is a term. Not waste it, lose it, right? Losing doesn't mean you wasted it. Hell, when we lose the Master Ball, hopefully we don't waste it, for example, right? But yeah, man. Yeah. Penny, I hope you get to catch up on your own. I love that line, by the way. Penny's the best. This is awesome, Khaiden. Show this inspection thing who's boss so that La Primera can join our tournament, okay? And enjoy taking another swing at the gym gauntlet while you're at it. I hope I can choose them in any order too. I think I should be able to. And here, the non-level scaling issue is not really present. That's gonna be fun. That's probably gonna be the next stream. Should be enough time for all gym leaders, right? And other things, maybe? Who knows? I'll take care of filling out the forms and other administrative stuff, so the ball gets rolling on the tournament in the meantime. I say, it's wonderful to see you all showing such initiative. You each have a critical role to play. Penny assisting the league, our new champion inspecting gyms, Nemina arranging the event. Give it your best, everyone. What about you, Arvin? Yeah, I got a feeling he would have something to say, maybe. Guess my role so obvious it goes without saying? Oh, cooking for the academy? What is it? Oh, wait. I think it was a rhetorical question. Okay. Sort of sarcastic question. Okay. And I mean, what should I focus on? I might try to kind of see the best way to distribute this. Because we also have the Treasures of Ruin thing. Yeah. We inspect those. We have the gym leaders. Artisan gym again. Where are the others? Where are the others? Cortondo gym again. I love it. Yeah, I hate this zoom out. Can I re-rotate the map back to how I prefer it to be? This kind of confuses me, but anyway. Medley gym. Cascarafa. Yeah. I'm so curious to see when the Team Star leaders are gonna come in. They're back to the school and everything, and they'll figure into finally being able to have the cosmetics for that. So I think that will also... Ooh, we can see the bases now like this. Interesting. What is this? Wait, what is... No, those are Terra raids. I was like, wait, there's something special here because... No, it's just two fighting ones right next to each other. Silly me. But yeah. Good to have a map with so many things still, right? I gotta go back and do many of those off stream and all that. Let's get out. I feel like there's gonna be a cutscene at least, so we're not quite done yet. Let's see. Home economy room. I don't have the Urban Mystica that Saguaro was looking for, right? I don't think so. Looking forward to fighting him. With him, it's gonna be a friendly battle. I mean, it's only Time and Gita who made it personal. The others is just friendly stuff for the tournament, you know? Where are the Team Star people, though? I want to talk to them. Poor Penny, though. Poor Penny. But it made me like her even more. Just that comment right there. So good. Who wrote that line? I love that. I probably said it in the credits. I didn't see who wrote the game. Anyway. I guess we just continue with things as normal, and then eventually we'll get there. Maybe it's when we finally have the tournament, so that will be for the next stream either way. I'm not sure if for the next stream I want to have it be just the Gym Leader Gauntlet, the rematch, the Gym Leader rematches, and then just that, depends on how long it takes. And then we also do the tournament. That's probably going to take a while, but I'd rather have it all in one stream, all of those things in one stream, rather than keep separating them and stuff. But that might be okay. It's kind of like, I don't want to drag out the streams too much, if I can help it. But at the same time, I don't want to rush them either. And well, force myself to have an 8-hour stream every week, though. I mean, I kind of keep saying I do prepare myself for these. Like, yeah. Had this needed to go on for longer, where we're still in the thick of it, with the Area Zero ending, I mean, the vanilla ending here in Area Zero, then yeah, we'd still be going. I would have gone and taken some snacks or something, or the thing I'm gonna do when I finish the stream right now, do some housekeeping, stuff like that, feeding the king. The king is my dog, by the way. I have talked about him before, but yeah. Those things, right, I would do them on a BRB screen, but instead it will be after now. Because yes, we are about to finish the stream right here. I am so looking forward to Iono again, though. Oh yes, let's have another collab. Let's have another collab, and I'm sorry, I think I mispronounced your name when we did our collab. Calling you Iono all the time. I didn't realize it's like Ion. It's gotta be Iono, right? One of these days, perhaps I should actually watch Pokemon Horizons, the series, and learn the pronunciation of these names and get an idea of Penny's voice, Nemena's voice, Arven's voice, because they appear there, don't they? But anyway. That's it for, well, what's become the first stream this week. I hated that we couldn't do that Date Everything stream. I'm not sure if we actually will have Date Everything next week. I want to play it, but at the same time, I feel like other games will work better, or, you know, we're gonna have something else going on. But I'm getting ahead of myself. And also because it's only 3 streams here, not counting the TSE streams, as I call them, but that's the way it was. Because I don't think we'll update everything tomorrow, otherwise it would be nice, but Saturdays are just way too packed for me. F14 on the other hand, big things with Eureka, or at least the start of it. Eureka Animos, I think is the start. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do over in the purple dimension. And did somebody say Eureka? Yeah. We might do a few other things, but the main priority will be Eureka. But we have reached yet another ending, I guess you could say, or the ending, or on an ending in Pokemon Violet, and it was every bit as epic as I hoped it would be. There was a lot I actually didn't know about it. And I'm glad it was that way. Yeah, I didn't get as much spoiled as I thought I did, and that is a great thing right there. So, with that happy thought in mind, myself as the Paldean Triple Crown champion with all these badges, with all of that, I'm more of a quadruple crown champion now, right? After the Area Zero. Quintuple crown if we count the classes. But anyway. We end the stream with that. So, you know, the usual things. Make sure to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Share the stream in any way. Comment. So we get all the good engagement things and we keep growing. I really love how I look with the crown. I seriously, so damn good, so damn good. And then the badges on my sash shoulder thingy. They still fit so well. And I swear, I'm not just like playing Pokemon so I have the badges to add here, but that's a nice bonus. Yes. But we still will have more of Pokemon Violet. It's far from being all over. Like, especially with the DLCs and all that. It's definitely far from being all over. So we'll get to them. We'll get to those later streams. Let's say we make it all the way to 20. Like, what was the most we did? It was like 25 for Knights of the Old Republic, right? It's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. A part of me doesn't want to number them anymore. To not make you feel like, you know, it's that thing where like, oh, some people will not want to watch it because it's like, oh, I gotta watch like a dozen streams for this one or something. But by this point, we'll keep doing it like this, but I may not have the number as visible, so to speak, for the future ones. Future Pokemon games, I mean. But we'll see. See, if I go into Legend CA blind, which is good, I will not even know what to name some streams or what to choose for a thumbnail or something. Like I have been doing here. We'll have to take a different approach, but that will be fine. We'll figure it out. And then there's Pokemon Champions. Didn't even get to touch upon it as much with the many things we were yapping about, right? I'm looking forward to that too. But I'm setting my expectations maybe a bit higher than I should. There are some things I'm hoping for, you know, like the World Tournament in Black to White 2, the Gym Leader Castle. Those are things I love so much. I wanted to also mention the Gym Leader Castle earlier. I mentioned them a lot here and there. Those streams from a while ago where we did those deluxe Pokemon Leagues, right? The first Pokemon streams on the stream, and really the earliest streams we did. The first Pokemon streams on the YouTube channel, sorry. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, the early streams we did over here on YouTube, but yeah. Anyway. That's enough yapping right there. Thank you so much, Tajigen. Let's end it right here, alright? Hope to see you on the rest of the week, especially for that Eureka Madness in F14. Los guys, I'm Vista.